This is true.
And I happen to have a healing maneuver.
Okay, but what's undead?
Well, we do have a ghost, don't we?
Oh, you're an ass.
Okay. Here's the deal with that, though. He's not 100% a ghost. The other half is a physical creature that exists. So I'm going to say that you're not going to be able to harm him like that.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Rocka is a half ghost Pokemon because he's combined with a Gengar.
Oh yeah,
Same.
but no, it's because
And-
it won't work on
and Cam.
fusions. It would have to half work, so that negates it.
That's basically what I'm saying. Unless it was a ghost Pokemon spliced with another ghost Pokemon.
Now that just
for
makes
Dark
me think:
Pulse,
would a healing item work to fuck with a ghost Pokemon?
All right, so Rocka, what's going to happen for Dark Pulse is I'm going to say that's going to be an intelligence check, and I'm going to say that's going to wind up doing 3d10 plus 6 for damage. And it has a chance to stun the opponent, so the opponent needs to pass call it a Constitution save.
Aye.
And what's the other move you want? That's 3 out of 4 now.
It was Dazzling Gleam was the other one. It's a fairy type.
Okay, Dazzling.
Oh yeah, I maintain Swallow. Just to.
Oh.
I bet you did maintain.
I bet you swallow, Arch. I bet you.
Just ask.
He's
him,
the
he
swallowest of the swallows.
Would you like to swallow this bowl of cream?
knows. No,
What the fuck was
God.
that?
that was a little one.
What the fuck was that? I thought that was like something that came up like.
I think that was Rocka's kid. Or that was somebody on a sound bar.
No, that was his kid. I heard her before.
It's definitely my kid. You talk about this?
Ooh,
Yes.
Aww. She sounds adorable.
So Dazzling Gleam is going to be it's going to be 3d10 plus 6 as well, but that's going to be an AoE effect. So it's going to be we'll call it 30 feet in all directions around you.
You're 30 feet in all directions.
Kinky.
Badass.
So welcome everybody. We are just finishing up stuff for tonight. Okay, that still doesn't want to work with popping out chat. We're just setting up some stuff tonight for the session. We were just waiting on stuff, so we decided to warm up and talk to everybody. Hope you're all excited for more Pokemon madness.
Indeed. All right, so that should round out your moves, Rocka. Everybody's health is staying the same. None of the other stuff is changing outside of the moves and the addition of a type.
Hold on. Can you repeat Dazzling Gleam real quick?
Dazzling Gleam, I'm going to say it's the same damage you get from Dark Pulse, but it's going to be AoE. It's going to be 30 feet in all directions.
That hits friendlies too in the game, right?
I don't
Because
think so.
it doesn't really, it would hit you if you're near him. If you're within that range.
So if you're a dark type, don't be near me when I'm gleaming.
Jebediah ain't no dark type.
Don't let me dazzle you with my ghostly appendages.
Don't you be imitating Jebediah.
Jebediah's a clown. I'm imitating Cletus.
So we do have one player that has stepped away, guys. He will be back in a little while.
Yeah, where's Kane?
Kane's lying. He's not coming back, dude.
He'll come back if I yell at him.
Did Kane take a shit?
He stepped away to help his dad out with something.
Oh. I summon you, Kane.
Actually, he should be back in a few minutes, considering the time.
We hail.
Don't forget to get everything set up inside. I should roll my dice. Did
Yes,
you really waste your... I wasted my 20! Fuck!
This is why I only roll once before sessions.
This is why you keep... I only rolled once, god damn it! My first roll
Yeah.
of the night.
You just
was
got bad
ruined.
luck, man.
It seems like you fucked the pooch, Lord Captain.
Meow.
You just fucking meowed.
I said mew. I'm supposed to be a mew.
Oh, I thought you meowed.
It sounded like a cat noise.
Because that's how mew sounds. Remember the movie? We need to do more Rogue Trader. We have all the DLC now.
Yes, Lord Captain.
I haven't
need
played
to
Rogue
shine
Trader in
her
like a
baby
while.
stomping boots. No shit, you goon.
Yeah,
I've never
the only
played
problem
it.
is we got the DLC because the devs liked his shit stomping boots.
Oh, really? They gave you guys the DLCs?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, they gave her. I don't have that shit.
Yeah, but you can play on it if I have it.
Yeah, it's the same as like with Pathfinder and all those.
Oh, speaking of playing games and only one person needs DLCs, Steven now has MechWarrior
He got Mech 5 or Mech 5 Clans.
5.
Hell yeah, son. Lance deploy. We gotta teach him about BattleTech.
Hell yeah.
Aren't you a filthy fucking clanner?
Maybe.
I mean,
No,
I do
Cham.
like playing Ghost Bear.
Oh, you're so gross.
Why? Why, do you want me to go basic bitch and go fucking smoke Jaguar? Oh, look, I smoked Jaguar. I'm about to get fucking clapped in the future. My entire clan is going to be fucking gone. Or Clan Wolf. Oh, no, how about that? How about Jade Falcon? What clan do you want me to be?
You would be a Jade Falcon, you big gay.
I have no idea what you people are talking
You have
about.
dishonored the clans.
Next.
You're
We're
just
talking about
up the clan.
BattleTech clans.
So in BattleTech, there's a bunch of like psychotic military people who go to the north end of the galaxy, the fuck nowhere nonsense land, and incest themselves into a furry cult, and then come back because for some reason furry degeneracy gives them technology powers,
Wait, in
and that's
BattleTech?
all canon.
What the fuck? The fuck?
I apologize for my delay.
That's
And
okay.
Cham
I
is a
wish you had been here.
Oh, Kane's back. Be right back.
He's such an
I-
asshole.
I will follow Kerensky.
Oh,
I
God.
don't give a
follow
fuck.
Kerensky.
Kerensky is a fucking G. That dude's a fucking gangster.
The problem is, now that we've mentioned this, all the autists in the chat's probably like, oh my god, you're talking about BattleTech! And I'm never
Fuck
gonna hear
Stefan
the end
Amaris,
of
that fucking asshole.
all that shit, the mech tech and all that shit. Now they're gonna go nuts for a week on my ass about this shit and playing the games. Thank you.
I
And,
went to BattleTech when I was like 9, and they had like toys for it, and then I grew
Yeah.
up.
you remember the fucking cartoon?
Dude, I loved the cartoon.
Okay,
Yeah,
they're
you remember the
already
first
going,
cartoon?
that's not how the clans work. You started them in.
All right. I did embellish a little bit, but it's pretty much how the clans work. Hey,
Bunch
at
of
least we
fucking-
don't have any filthy fucking wobbies in here. The word of Blake pieces of shit.
But yeah, they use animal names. Okay. So there's no actual furries.
No, they're furries. They're full on furries.
Are. All right, so if everybody's here and everybody has your sheets all set, I think we can finally start diving into this.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the record button now.
Okay, so for everybody who is familiar with our stuff, I will go over a little bit of a recap of last time, very brief, and then go into the stuff for this time. So last time you guys went to Mount Moon, Professor Oak was kidnapped, Mew 3 was born and then aborted, and a nuclear Voltorb was drowned, and presumably Professor Oak was killed until you returned and figured out that he had substituted himself for a clone and allowed them to kidnap the clone, so he was still alive. And still a dick. Now, here's what I'm going... Now, basically what has happened is there's been about 6 months between when you guys went on your mission to Mount Moon and now, and a lot has happened since then. So these are the series of events that transpired after Mount Moon. So after the defeat of Team Rocket at Mount Moon, the remains of the nuclear Voltorb were entombed there in a designed explosion that leveled the mountain. This unfortunately led to a situation where the radiation from the Voltorb leaked into a large supply of underground water. Cerulean City was most affected. None of them discovered the radiation until it was far too late. The first to go were the gym leaders, 4 sisters who would routinely bathe and train in the local waters. All of them died very painfully. This was followed by the fishermen and then many of the townspeople. Also, during the demolition of Mount Moon, a rock slide proceeded to go down and destroy Pewter City on the opposite side. That was a miscalculation. This was followed... Okay, fearing the radiation would spread further, the government used trained teams of Diglets to collapse many underground tunnels and seal the radiation under the city. This was all Professor Oak's idea. Almost all of the Diglets died, either from radiation, tunneling accidents, or drowning. As usual, Professor Oak was the catalyst. And through his observation of how the radiation affected the local Pokemon population and the Diglets, that is where he came up with the idea for fusion. The process of fusing 2 Pokemon into a single entity.
My question is, what happens to all the Clefairies?
Oh no, they're all dead. That place got... When I say leveled, I mean leveled. Like, there isn't a mountain there anymore.
Oh no.
All the Clefairies are gone.
Now you don't have to hear the Clefairy, Clefairy.
Clefairy.
Some say you can still hear the ghostly Clefairies at night in the rubble.
Wouldn't they just be Gengars?
Yeah, kind of, probably.
Ghastly.
Something like that, maybe, or Ghastlies. Alright, so basically what has happened is, because of this, Professor Oak has offered you guys the chance to fuse with other Pokemon, and now we're going to introduce... Now we're going to introduce the train wreck that is this. So, Purity, I'm assuming you just put up the horrible things on screen.
Not yet. I was waiting till the fusions were done.
Oh, let's
Okay.
let's go one by one.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah,
I was
we'll
gonna
go
do
one
that.
by one. So
I'll take
whoever
over
wants
each
to go
person.
first.
I'll go last. You
You know
guys go because I'm going to be doing this. So
We should make the most horrifying one go first.
All right, Steven, get up here.
yep.
Oh, is it Chocolate Rain? Okay.
Steven is the worst one. What did you do, Steven?
Oh, you'll see it.
Oh, he's already. He was the worst one just by being Jinx.
Oh, it got worse. Trust me.
Yeah, it did.
Get worse.
Arceus is now crying.
Nicki Minaj looking these.
Do you want to see me give a lovely kiss?
No, I'm good.
I kind of do.
All right, so Steven, tell us what your Jinx is fused with.
I chose the fine and beautiful form of a cloister.
Oh no.
Let me go get it.
To emphasize,
Yeah, if you wanna post it in general, if people
Yep.
haven't seen it yet. So that's gonna be put in general
I
for
had to go
anybody
grab
who.
it.
Huh?
I said I had to go grab it every time I see it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that's what he looks like. He's fused with a cloister. He chose to keep the cloister body and retain the Jinx features.
I was gonna say something. Okay, we need a Pornhub logo like right underneath.
Or the Brazers logo.
Brazers. Yeah.
Oh.
You're taboo.
hey, I'm classy. I use Bang Bros.
Okay. So that's
Excellent.
Whatever's
Steven.
after the bus stop.
All right, so that's Steven.
Oh,
The
fuck, I might
next
as well
one
do
that is probably cancer fuel would be Arch.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I be cancer fuel?
What is Jebediah fused with?
Well, he's still a normal type Pokemon, like straight through, because Jebediah the Snorlax has fused with a Miltank.
I'll grab
Yeah,
it.
and we can show what that looks like now.
That doesn't look cursed. That looks adorable.
It kind of does, yeah. That's why I said Arceus is
One of
only
those as a
crying.
pet.
Except for the fact it fucking eats people.
Oh, my pit bull can eat people too.
If I make milk,
I make my milk?
no.
I'm going to
Okay,
give you next to your lovely wife.
Okay, so then I guess probably the next most cursed one would probably be Kane.
That's me, dude.
All right.
So what is your Magnazone fused with?
So I decided to fuse my Magnazone with a Alolan Executor.
Oh, you did
would.
take my
Oh,
idea.
you-
Yay!
And you chose to keep the Executor body and retain the Magnazone features.
I'm not gonna
So we
lie,
can
I
have-
kind of love it.
It's like a disco rave.
It's
I was gonna say he
cute.
should have fused with a Diglett.
It was either this or it was going to be Laponi, and I was going to give myself tits.
You should
I
have gone
don't know.
Diglett.
I think you came out cute.
Or a Alolan Diglett and give myself a hair so I could have hair again.
You have hair.
You should have totally gone Diglett.
Still alive with no hint.
There is a chance. There's going to be a chance later on. Every single time that we do the fusion ones from now on, which is other than the last one, you guys can really pick pretty much whatever you want. So if you want to be a Diglett next time, you can do that.
All right, who's gonna be next? You know, I'll go next.
Yeah, okay, you can go next.
Man, my ass needed to find something that would go good with my chefing skills, and so I used motherfucking H/.
You can post his now.
Yours just
By the
has,
way,
like, The PTSD.
the sword and the shield are fused to your hands. By the way,
God damn it!
Can he make them go away and come? Like, can he summon them back and
No.
forth, or they're stuck
Oh,
forever?
no, they're just there.
I use a shield as a walk.
Yeah, you can do that, and then stir it around with the sword. So yeah, so that's what you decided to fuse with, and the last one is Raka, who decided to, and who's the Alakazam. Now, what did you fuse with?
Where did I put the
Gengar?
Alakazam?
Where's me?
And we can post what that looks like now.
I like the little smile. It's so cute. You have like
Yeah.
yeah,
I look
you
like a
get the
Samurai
huge-
Jack character. It's fantastic.
No, you know what you look like? You look like you're hiding out at a fucking elementary school.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Like a Samurai
Lord.
Jack character.
Like Samurai Jack. Okay,
So,
So, good.
I wanted to keep my cuteness as a Mew, and I couldn't figure out what, but Cham helped me. I am mixed with a Vulpix. And I'll put the picture up in the thing.
See, I would have done the Nine Tails as Mew's tail.
Well, I was thinking if I get to evolve, I'll get to use it.
Well, you're not like you can choose whichever Pokemon you want. You're not going to evolve into Ninetales. You're just going to fuse with a different Pokemon next time.
Oh, maybe I'll go
Yeah, I
with
kind of feel
Ninetales
like
then.
Mew of all of them could just do Ninetales. You wouldn't have to evolve.
Yeah, but I mean, I can just change. I mean, being Mew, yeah. You know what?
You're like
I will
Pokemon
change it to
Jesus. Like,
It's true. I think I'll change it to Ninetales later because it's the same moveset basically, so it doesn't matter.
go full Kitsune. Go on. Do it.
Yes, yeah,
Do
I'll go with Ninetales. We'll fix it later. You're right. That actually
Alright.
would look better with the tails.
All right. So now that you guys have all introduced your fused Pokemon, you guys are all back at the Pokemon Rescue Squad facility, kind of just getting used to your new bodies at this point. Professor Oak has been doing quite a lot of experimentation in his building, which is across from where you are. Again, your building is a little bit separated from his. It's he basically built it in his backyard, so even though it's like 4 times the size of his house now.
God damn.
So you guys can test out whatever you feel like doing, or if you guys are just doing shit.
Man,
I'm going to start walking around because this is the first time in my life I've ever had legs.
Yeah, that's actually very true for you.
Can I ride on top of your head since you're so big?
That's fine. As long as it doesn't, like, snap.
Yeah, no, you're definitely gonna have to be a bit more careful when going through doors in the future.
Yeah, dude, fucking...
just slap his fucking head.
I'll use it. I'll use my hammer. I'll use, like, my body as a hammer on you, bro. I'm basically a giant fucking metal tree.
You know, you're a
Yeah,
giant
basically.
fucking metal giraffe. You're going like swinging at people's necks.
Yeah, dude. I'm a menace now.
Oh, do you have like
Yeah.
the little head? Like, can your tail see?
I mean,
Because
Nice
I know
eyes.
in the Alolan,
Oh yeah, he does have the little head. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a head on the tail. I guess, yeah. I guess you can see out of
I
your
have an
ass.
ass head now.
Okay. This is,
Can you all
God,
have
we
an
are
ass
an
head?
abomination.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate
God
that.
damn it.
I'm gonna
I
kiss you.
got 9 cute little tails.
I was
you're
kind of
certainly
hoping you
more
would do
comfy to
the.
ride on now.
I was kind of
Unfortunately, I
hoping you
can't
would do the
fly anymore, bro.
Alolan Vulpix.
I already picked fire though.
Yeah, I know.
We'll have chances in the future for corrections.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to the 9 tails anyway. I could probably just switch in
Um,
and out anyway. I'm a fucking Mew.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm gonna make mine definitely more cursed next
Motherfucking
time
Mew.
too.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is after this, you can unfuse from these Pokemon and then fuse with new Pokemon. You can't fuse 3 together, otherwise you get an abomination that doesn't live very long.
Let's
He's
go.
like writhing on the floor, like, kill me!
Yeah.
Kill me!
No, that is literally what it is. Snorlax knows because he found it at one point, but unfortunately he disposed of the evidence.
Didn't we
It was a-
technically find it? Wasn't that what a Mew 3 was?
No, a Mew 3 was a weird genetic clone of you because they couldn't the samples were all fucked up and they couldn't get it right.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it
wasn't sure
it
what we
just
did
kind
with
of
it.
grew in the tank and it became retarded.
Oh, we're gonna make this so much more cursed.
All right, so as you guys are trying out your new shenanigans, Professor Oak comes into the room. He's coming from outside. Rescue Squad, how are your new forms? How are you liking the fusion?
They're fun! I want to burn things now, even more than before.
Yes, yeah, that's a very common sensation among Vulpix. It's why
I'm
most
just
of them
in the fucking kitchen.
are recommended to be outdoor animals.
Oh,
I'm just
that
in the
makes
kitchen.
sense now.
You just see me just cutting off the heads of Torchics and Delibirds.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah, but
now that I
that-
remember, aren't Vulpixes kind of little
You like
bitches,
the
too?
horn?
Yeah, they're like poodles.
No, they're like cats.
So wait a minute, you're decapitating
Let me pick her up.
Torchics and Delibirds?
Yeah.
Why
I
are you
was
Okay.
picking
Vulpix is a
Delibirds?
fox, so yeah, they
Yeah, I
act
was
like
gonna
little.
say Vulpix.
They're little bitty.
Yep. So all right, Cham, you're doing that because you have a sword for a hand now.
I'm just like knocking them out with a shield and just cutting off their heads.
Oh, can I try to cook one of them?
Can you do what?
I'm gonna ask him. Can I try to cook one? Can I use my fire?
I mean, yeah,
Well,
Sweet.
sure.
put one in Cham's shield. Have Purity cook it, and I'm gonna come stir it with my spoon.
Oh, hell yeah! Let's do this!
No,
Okay.
ain't this nice? The whole family.
All right, Purity. What fire attack are you using? Inferno.
I only have Inferno that might get bad for everyone. Can I just, like, spit out a little spark?
I'll call it a Constitution save to get the right amount.
Oh
Okay,
no.
Because if I'm using Inferno, everyone's screwed since it's a cone.
Well, I am a fire fucking type, so.
This is true.
Ugh.
Yeah, you used a lot too much. It's
Sorry.
vaporized.
Whoops. Still gotta get a handle on this.
God damn it!
Bobber?
All right, bring in the next one. You're like Delibird.
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay,
All right, go again.
Oh, it was so
Um,
16.
It's pretty much the same result.
Fuck it. Next time I'm using Inferno.
Fuck.
Bring in another one.
Bring in the third. I just cut off its head.
Oh, this is Dex. I have a better shit. No, I don't.
Fuck it.
All right. Yo, you're just not allowed in the kitchen anymore at this point.
You get the fuck out.
Go commit arson somewhere.
Go away. Get out.
Fine.
Go out.
Fine. I'm going back to my perch up on top of Kane.
Fucking, he's just gonna take his fucking. Go in the back. He's just gonna grab a handful of Delibirds and fucking Torchics. But
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna go do that. He's gonna go to a fucking the Drio.
You went for the big
Doug-
one right off the bat.
Doug Trio?
Yeah, he's gonna go get the Trio.
Let me try again.
Oh, a Doe
Come
Trio.
on.
I mean, you could have maybe you could find a free range one somewhere. I don't think that's kind of a special order type thing, like ostrich.
If no
Didn't
Trio
Oak
has
have
three
one
heads,
at his in the anime? Didn't he have one at the?
He
lab?
did. He did.
if no Trio has 3 heads, does each one feel the individual pain of chopping off a different head?
You know, ironically enough, Professor Oak has conducted that experiment, and yes,
Have you ever seen how the Doduo flies?
No.
It fucking
Doduo
spins its
can't.
head like a helicopter.
I've seen that. I know where you got that from.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking now I get it.
what? Did you just do it again?
Yes.
Okay, you just incinerated another one.
You
It
are
beat
banned from my
beat a
kitchen,
14 for me, and I'll give you one.
I'm gonna roll one more time. I don't know what. I told you I fucked my rolls. Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
The last one is cooked to a satisfactory degree.
I'll take it.
All right.
He's just gonna look into the fucking trash can of just small fucking just.
Just gonna look all at him all happy. Look, I did it. Yay.
Fuck it, it's Cajun.
Is that good?
It's gonna try to salvage the burnt chicken.
I can, like psychically make it taste like non-burnt chicken for you.
That might be a good idea.
He's gonna snap like it's fucking Cajun, goddammit.
Is he crying?
That ain't no occasion.
Yeah, he's like just a little tear just goes down the eye. Just a
Well,
bunch
I
of
know who'll still eat
wasted
it.
food.
I know who'll still eat it. I'm gonna whistle for Arch's character.
Jebediah?
Yeah, Jebediah will eat anything.
Fuck it, I'm gonna walk over to Jebediah, step on his foot to open his gullet, and just gonna just dump it in there.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Like that fucking Canadian from South Park. His head just tilts back and opens.
I'm just flying around clapping, thinking I did a good thing. Just completely oblivious.
It's better than a garbage disposal.
Well,
Yeah,
you honk his nose and you hear the garbage disposal go on.
Okay, so you guys are all doing those shenanigans. Professor Oak is just kind of hanging around talking about his latest research stuff, and a revolutionary law was just passed that basically grass Pokemon have been widely approved for scientific research purposes because plants technically don't fall under any kind of animal cruelty laws. Now,
Chikorita time.
as you guys are talking, the screen that is behind the big screen where usually you guys have like a kind of like a monitor screen there that feeds you information and stuff, an alarm begins going off. Hey, it's Scott! What's going on?
I
Is that
think
an Amber Alert?
What'd you say, Ken?
Did you
I
just
said,
say
is that
Delibird?
no,
is
he
that
said an Amber Alert.
Oh shit!
Although a Delibird alert would be better. Or would it be a Difflebloom alert? That fucking
A Drifloon?
yeah, that one.
Drifloon? Yeah, Oak's already turned them into spy satellites.
Holy shit!
We did that in the last session that you guys found that experiment.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So basically, what happened is that as Professor Oak turns on the monitor, you immediately see what looks like an active war zone. It's some kind of it's a news broadcast, and there's a reporter on there talking as a camera guy's filming all around. And on the bottom corner, it says Vermilion City, and the reporter is looking into the camera. My God, this entire place is on fire. There's gunfire. There's dead people everywhere. Lieutenant Surge has lost his mind. He has overthrown the local government. Please, somebody help us.
I always knew that guy was crazy.
Oh no, is he having a PTSD moment?
As wait a minute, who's I don't know. Well, you'll find out. So yeah, as this is also happening, you see just like an army of lightly armored Officer Jennies trying to assault Lieutenant Surge and all his people. They're just getting mowed down with machine gun fire.
What
The
the
entire place is in pandemonium.
Hey,
All right, so like, and how many pieces are the Officer Jennies? Like, is there one that just conveniently leaves an intact bottom half lying around?
You don't know because it's since the camera's just going around. You're watching a feed.
We're in fucking Pewter City. This is literally the city next, like just above.
Okay, I get it, but I got to work out the motivation to go.
No, you're not in Pure City. You're in Pallet Town.
Yeah, my bad. Pallet Town. Vermilion City is literally just fucking one ahead.
That's not.
Yeah, Vermilion City is the
No, that's Viridian City.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Vermilion City is the other one with the docks and everything like that.
Yeah. Lieutenant Surge. Yeah, okay. I was thinking Viridian City for some reason.
Nope.
hey,
You already
Professor
burned down the Vermilion Forest. Okay, so as you guys are watching this again, it's just total pandemonium, and Professor Oak turns to you. Well, looks like you boys will be getting some action sooner rather than later.
Hey, Professor Oak, are those more of your experiments on TV?
Well, I actually have no idea. You know, it's kind of like when Danny Trejo watches things and then he's surprised when he shows up in them because he doesn't remember making them. I'm like that now as a professor. I'm just letting you know this for future reference.
Oh, I mean, all those humans look alike. I mean, humans mostly look alike, but I mean, those ones really look alike.
It's because I've cloned Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy over 400,000 times.
I knew it.
And Gary about 745,000 times, give or take a few thousand and change.
I have to ask, why do you keep cloning him? He's kind of a dick.
Yes, but the thing is he's very good for menial tasks.
And target practice.
And he's tasty.
Yes, I also use him with Pokemon testing as well. If you want to go out, look out the back window. See what I have out there? And he goes up to the window and he points out, see, look at him. Look at him. And as you look out, you see a Gary clone that's just kind of standing there. It's in like football pads, or at least a football helmet. And it's looking down a Donphan. And the Donphan just starts rolling, and it immediately just flattens the shit out of him. And he's probably dead. And Professor Oak Curtsy, you see? So very good at testing durability.
I think I'm
There's
gonna
not a scratch on the Donphan.
I think I'm gonna test my new powers on one of them later.
Might not be a bad idea.
Okay, I'm gonna go outside to see if he's breathing.
You go up to the Gary clone. He is very much not breathing.
He's gonna just stick him in the heart and just walk away.
No,
Okay.
put him in the new walk that we got.
Yeah,
No.
cook him.
We can
Oh,
cook
I
the
can
new
cook 'em.
Gary.
You know what I'm about to go do, right?
Fuck it, I'm gonna. He's gonna look at the mule like, don't you fucking do it. Why? God. Woman! Why do you keep burning my fucking food?
Okay, you incinerated the Gary clone's corpse.
Whoops.
It's
Every
now just
bit of my
it's now just mostly a skeleton and dust.
Man, fire powers are hard. I like psychic powers more.
Yeah, because it's much better to lobotomize Gary than burn him alive.
Exactly. I could hyper beam him.
We
I just got
we
a
went through
very
a
deep
week's
voice. and go,
week's worth of rations because of you.
What? We can get more humans.
Oh, don't worry about that. I've been cloning Tauros meat for years.
But humans are yummier.
It tastes like pork chops.
That's enough out of both of you. If I catch you nibbling on my fingers while I'm sleeping, I'll shoot you both.
Professor Oak for dinner.
Yee!
It's okay,
Only I
Professor.
get
You
to
will
eat.
not
Look,
feel a thing.
Look, I know, big tree guy. I know that this is the first time you've had a lower torso, but it's not appropriate for you to walk around with an erection. I'm letting you know this.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought I was getting good reception.
No,
should
it
have
also
fused with a
appears to be
dicklet.
coming out of your ass.
It's fucking.
Isn't
fucking,
that another head?
fucking, I'm
Yes,
just gonna
exactly.
Go
What did you think I just said?
I'm gonna go over there and just punch it with the shield, and you're gonna see the TV get better reception for the fucking thing, for the news.
Bring his balls.
It's okay, Professor
All
Oak.
right.
We won't eat you yet. We like you.
All right, Sham. Roll me a strength check to smack, or roll me a dex. Yeah, roll me a strength check to smack the TV.
No,
Enough to
smack
get
his fucking Kane's erection to get a better
Oh.
reception.
Okay. All right. You wang that thing, and it goes back more like a wing. And after a moment, you see the news reception come back in, and it appears that the newscaster and the cameraman have been dragged away. The camera is still rolling, however, watching them as they are slowly devoured by various Pokemon. And then in the middle appears to be Lieutenant Surge. He's set up an electric chair in the center of Vermilion City, and he's dragging people up to it, and he's hooked 2 wires up to his Raichu. And the Raichu appears to be frying people in an execution-style thing. And as this is happening, Surge gets down from where he has the chair and walks up and grabs the TV camera and says, "I don't know who's listening, but whoever it is, get me Professor Oak or people keep dying."
Professor, are you coming
I'm
with
just gonna
us?
look at Professor Oak. Man, what the fuck did he do?
Oh, no, seriously, this time I actually have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
You said the exact same thing last time, and look what the fuck happened. You knew.
Technically, I knew, but my clone did not.
Are you a clone?
Wouldn't you like to know?
We could eat you and find out if another one shows up.
You could, or I could ninja kick you in the face.
You wouldn't do that to me, Professor. It's hard enough to get a Mew.
I spent 15 years in Pokemon Special Forces, motherfucker. I could rip out your spine and show it to you before you die.
I'm gonna hide behind Jebediah. Protect me.
Professor Oak's going gangster.
You don't threaten Daddy.
I didn't threaten him. I was playing. He's being mean.
Calm down, baby. Do you want a lovely kiss?
As you see, Jinx's
I'm
fucking
slightly
horn
afraid.
throb.
You see the clam slowly open,
Nope.
my eyes peering from out in the darkness of the shell.
I'm just going to give a little kiss on the side of the shell and then fly as far as fucking away as possible.
All right, you do that. Yeah, no, that is an abomination. Even Oak is a little off
Yeah,
put
no,
by
that
that
was
one.
creepy.
But he looks at you all and says, "Look, you need to go to Vermilion City, and we need to stop this. I'll go with you."
What
Uh,
are
so
you
you-
trying this time, Professor?
Mhm.
You go
Well,
ahead, Cam.
since you didn't crash the jet last time, why don't we just use that?
Oh, right, we
Fucking-
didn't.
How am I gonna fit?
Oh, that's a good question. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Can,
So Professor Oak goes behind you, and he basically he takes your tail, penis, whatever you want to call it, and he proceeds to crank it up and down a few times, and your neck actually retracts down to a reasonable level. He said, "Just don't move the tail again, otherwise your head will pop up like a jack in the box."
Didn't even know I could do that.
we could have always put him in a Pokeball.
Or we could have just fucking magnetized onto the fucking jet.
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking of putting him on the roof.
I mean, you can
He's
still put
a
him on the
fucking
roof if
floating
you want.
magnet.
I'm down to go on the roof.
You want to ride
All
up on
right.
the roof?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go up on the roof. By the way, as you get excited, your head pops up like a top and actually takes out the lights in the room.
Boing.
Ooh, sparks.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just so nervous. I really like you.
All right, you're an electric
Fair,
Pokemon.
fine.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm like half and half now.
Well, you're an electric Pokemon and you're also a grass type Pokemon because you combined with an Exeggutor.
Grass and plants, or electric and plants, usually don't go well together, so it's gonna be an
No, it's water
experience.
and electric usually don't go well together.
What about
Ah.
electric eels?
They have a
Oh my-
Pokemon for that now, I think.
Yes, they do. All right, so basically what's going to happen is Professor Oak has... you guys can take the Murkrow jet and fly to Vermilion City. Professor Oak is also going to accompany you, and he changes into a black turtleneck, black pants, and black light combat gear, along with a very oversized rifle.
Dog is trying not to get caught by the feds.
Oh, don't worry. I have a license for every single one of these weapons that I carry. It's perfectly fine. Does anybody else want a gun?
Ooh, yay! I want one, Professor.
Fucking, I'm just gonna look down at my fucking shield and sword with no hands. I'm like, fuck.
I have
Pro-
a gun, baby.
Professor Oak looks at you, Cham, because he can tell that you very much would like a gun, but you don't have the ability to hold one because of the way you are. And what he does is just for moral support, he just tapes like a handgun to the sword part, just so you could feel like you have something.
Jesus.
Actually, he
Yep.
has a thumb, so if you do tape it right, he can at least pull the trigger.
He doesn't have a thumb.
You have one in the drawing. Look at it. You left one in the drawing.
Are you sure that's a thumb?
Oh, I'm mutated.
Yeah, you have like a little thumb.
Horrifying.
He's got a little fucking what is it called? Not prestigial. Vestigial. A fucking vestigial thumb.
He doesn't have a thumb.
Yeah, he does. If you look at it on something that isn't black, you'll see it.
I see.
Hold on, I'll
fire.
make it big on the screen, and then I'll take a screenshot. He does. This is what I do to help you out, Sham. He has a
That's
thumb.
racist.
Or like a finger or something. It's something. Don't make me have to circle it.
I'm just not. I just looking.
Look
on the
by
actual
the...
drawing.
I'll circle it. 1 second. This is the dumbest thing that we've wasted time for.
I mean, I see it.
Yeah, other people are saying they can see it too. It's like a little nub.
Yeah, it's on the shield hand. You see it?
Oh, it's on. The little
The
thing
sword
that's coming
hand.
off the top there.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you can. I have
That's
like
not a thumb.
Oh, that's not? I don't know what that is, but it looks like
No.
a thumb.
It's not a thumb. His hand is fused with the center of the shield.
No, not
So-
the shield. I'm talking about the sword hand. Look at the picture I just put into
Oh,
chat.
you just said shield.
No, I meant sword. Look at the general chat. I said the wrong thing because I'm stupid.
Yeah, I see the little thing up there. That's not a thumb.
Okay.
What
That's
that
a penis.
is he had that's fire, but it changed color to match the.
Oh, all right. Could he
I would
use
like
like
to
his
say
feet?
that
I don't want. I don't want to.
Um,
Don't worry about the gun. Fuck.
since we haven't had proper screen time to be awful, I'm just over in the corner milk bukakiing my cloister wife.
Oh
God.
Yes,
What if,
baby.
what if she's lactose
Right.
intolerant?
Can we make this worse?
You're going to hear the strange and bizarre sound effects of a cloister jinx style lovely kiss.
Can we make this worse? Because Rock has
Yes.
got that creepy ass smile. He's just watching with that creepy ass smile.
Yeah, he is. 100% he is.
You
He's
could
just
redneck
staring
the
at
gun
that.
onto the makeshift sword and make onto the sword as a gun blade. We're not
Jebediah
going that
stroking
hard as a
horny.
weeaboo.
I'm trying to think of how I could give him a gun that wouldn't be just vestigial and stupid. You know what I'll say to that? What Professor Oak does is he takes out like this little. It almost looks like a miniature cannon, like a traditional cannon, and he tapes that to your sword arm, and he puts a little wick in it and a ball and everything, and he packs it. He's like, if anybody tries to fuck with you, just light that fuse and aim.
He ran to grab a beer.
All right, well, I'll still have that for the recording. I'll explain it when he gets back. So, yeah, he's going to have a little cannon on there that he can then light and fire, but Professor Oak will have to reload it for him after one shot.
Yeah, sounds like jam.
I want,
Dicky.
I want a gun, Professor.
What kind of gun do you want?
I want a big one that makes people feel lots of pain.
You should
All right,
give her a double barrel shotgun.
I don't know what that is,
No.
but I want one.
Now, hang on a second. I got something that'll fit your little hands just perfectly. Hold out your hands.
Okay.
He hands you a Smith & Wesson 500.
All right, let me write
Oh
that.
my god.
Now, just remember, once you have to pin the back of that handle right into your sternum, so that way you take the full brunt of all of the recoil. It's the only way to make sure that thing doesn't fly out of your little you used to be pink, little red hands.
Why do I feel like this is gonna hurt?
Do you want to test it?
No, not yet. What's the damage and stuff?
Jesus.
Oh, I'm just gonna say it's just gonna be something ridiculous. We'll call it 4d10 plus 3.
Okay. Could we just... I just had a horrible idea for Kane. Since he's magnetic, we could just have guns just magnetized to him.
Yeah, but he can't fire them.
Yeah, what's that have to do with the bullets?
I'm just thinking, can he use electricity to set to use them?
He can just put up force fields and like repel bullets if he wants to. If he has certain abilities.
Oh, he could be a
do with that.
Yeah, like with the
walking
guns,
tank.
depending on which direction he pulls, he could accidentally pull the firing pin into the primer and cause the gun to go off.
We're
What
fucking
if I
Oh,
just
I got
like
a cannon.
magnetize all the bullets to me?
Oh, what kind of cannon do I have?
Actually, yeah,
You can
no.
do that.
That would be
It would
funny.
kill
He doesn't
you.
I just thought of that. He doesn't understand, so he just takes all the bullets out and puts them on himself. He's like, there we go.
So
Yes,
apparently I have
somebody's
a
like
cannon.
Say it
Hello?
again.
Hello.
I said apparently I got a cannon.
You did get
Yeah.
it.
So, Professor Oak taped a small cannon to your arm, so all you have to do is blow a little fire and light the fuse and aim. Because you couldn't have a gun, so that's the next best thing that he could come up with.
How the fuck am I going to reload a cannon?
You're not. He's gonna have to reload it for you, but you got one shot.
One opportunity.
5d10 plus 1.
5d10 plus 1. All right.
Yep. All right. So, anybody else want any guns that can hold them? This is going to mean that. So the Mew got something. I don't think. Well, Kane, you technically can't hold them. You can just magnetize yourself because you don't have fingers.
Nah, I'll be fine.
Oh wait, I can hold them. I can get. Let me get a blicky with a switchy.
Did you say a blicky?
Blicky with a switchy.
Yeah, I said blicky. Let me get the blicky.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Okay. All right, you can have that. That's perfectly fine. So, you want 2 or you just want 1?
Well, this is the hood, dog. We got to get 2. No
All right.
iron sights, fully automatic. Stendo
Okay.
mag.
Okay, so you can put your spoons behind your back for now, and you replace them with those.
Place.
We'll say that each one of them does 2d10 plus 5.
Replace the spoons with 2 Glock 18s.
Oh, did I get a refill on my fresh Pokeballs?
How many do you currently have on you that have Pokemon in them? I know you
I
have
have
the
the
Charizard.
Charizard and the roided out Machamp.
Oh,
What'd
and
you
you
say
also
the
have,
roll was,
well,
Mike?
huh?
What'd you say the roll was?
2d10 plus 5 for each. Purity, what were you saying before? Sorry.
I know I have the Charizard and the roided out Machamp. I can't remember if I had any more.
You have, well, there was the Electrobuzz. You can choose to take him along.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, who's also your personal trainer.
That's right. Okay, so can I carry some more Pokeballs?
Yeah, I'll say you can have 3 empty ones.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think does that cover? Kane can't hold guns, and neither can technically. I guess neither can neither can Steven.
I was actually going to ask if it's going to be one of those things where it's inside the thing, and
No,
when he
he
opens
doesn't
the
have
shell,
it.
he
He
uses
goes.
his tongue.
If he was no, if he was still a Jinx and used if he still had the Jinx body, then he could hold guns and fire them, but he can't because his body is that of a cloister.
Damn it, that would actually be terrifying. Imagine him opening up with that face and under him comes out the gun. That would be fucking terrifying.
In reality, it's just his penis. Okay. Okay, so I think that covers everything then. So everybody that could have
Does
guns
Jebediah
has
want
guns.
one?
Unless Arch, do you want to grab a gun?
Jebediah ain't need no gun.
Don't you
Fair
still have
enough.
some stuff from the last mission?
Jebediah does remember committing suicide accidentally.
Okay,
and,
nothing
that
for
was
you.
not pleasant.
Yeah, because he ate 3 live grenades.
I know, you kept him alive.
Okay, so now that you guys have picked out some firearms for yourself, Professor Oak and you guys are gonna go to I didn't say the name last time, but I remembered the name this time. The Murkrow Jet.
Yeah, you've got people really happy about that reference.
Which reference?
The Murkrow Jet, because you did mention that earlier. People are really, legitimately loving that reference.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is. So you guys are going to load up into that chair. Are you going to drive as usual since you're one of the only ones with opposable thumbs?
I don't have a post.
I was gonna say, he doesn't have
Oh,
any
yeah!
anymore.
Fuck, I forgot your hands
You,
are gone.
you old
The only
man!
one who be doing is Jinx and fucking Alakazam.
No, Alakazam may be able to do it. Jinx can't anymore because Jinx is now a cloister.
Why can't you drive, Oak?
No, not Jinx. I meant Milk Tank.
Technically, I guess, although I don't know if he could fit in the chair.
Why doesn't Oak drive?
I could drive if you want, but the last plane I drove unfortunately wound up knee deep in the sea.
My paws are too small, I can't reach.
Alright, fuck it. Does anybody else want to drive? You want to let Oak drive?
I'll
Wait,
fucking
wait,
try to
can we-
drive.
Wait, can we hook Kane back up again and have him be autopilot?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys were able to do that before. Yeah, you can do that.
Son of a bitch.
Well, technically, also, Kane, you have been magnetized to the exterior of the hull.
That means you have a chance, Arch. If you can get in the
I
chair.
can feel.
Yeah, good. So, Arch, if you want to try it, I'll let you roll to try and fly the thing. Either that, or if that fails, then Kane can always be a backup.
All right, and what's the roll gonna be?
I'm going to say that's going to be a dexterity check.
Ooh.
You can do it.
You have a -1 in dex?
He's a
I'm a
fucking Snorlax.
Snorlax.
I know, but I didn't think anybody rolled below a 10. Okay.
I'm just fucking curious now. Yep, that's
Yeah,
exactly
no,
what I thought.
you're a million. No, you can't even touch it. All right, so Arch, that's a 12. So
She
you're able
can't
to.
fit into the cockpit because I'm in there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, it's a big enough area where you can be in there, but like the chair is not going to survive you, unfortunately.
His breath won't even let my psychic get through. He's got some kind of invisible shield, and so he's so fat my psychic powers can't get through him.
Jeez.
So you're gonna take off with the Murkrow jet. So this is how this is gonna work. So you throttle it up and you're going down, and about halfway down the tunnel to release out, because it's a tunnel that leads out of a cliff by the seaside, if you remember from last time. And unfortunately, nobody remembered to open the door.
Are we
So-
alive?
Huh?
Are we alive?
You're alive.
We can
Okay.
use our psychic powers to just open the door.
I'm saying that nobody realized that the door was closed. You've realized it now, but you got to do something about it. Otherwise, you're gonna go splat.
What do I throw for psychic to try to get it open?
All right, you're trying to use your telekinetic abilities to
Yeah.
open the door. That's going to be an intelligence check, and it's going to be a high one.
Oh, thank
I
Christ.
thought it was gonna be a constitution.
A competition of, well, it can be a competition, but it depends on what you want to do. She wants to mentally try and open the doors, not use the actual means. And it's 21. Okay, so you got a good roll on that one. So yeah, so you use your mental powers, and you're able to pry the doors open as the Murkrow jet emerges from the tunnel and takes flight into the air. Kane, you are magnetized to the underside of the hull. So you're seeing this firsthand.
We call this first class.
There's like a little glass thing that you'd see in a boat, and we're just watching him. Like, are you having fun out there? Is it fun?
I just start screaming.
He's having fun.
Okay, Arch, I want you to roll me another dex check to try and make sure you fly the correct path to Vermilion City. Okay, you're flying out into the ocean right now, which is not where you want to go.
We might need to get somebody else.
Gemini don't need no damn map.
Go down. Go down.
I'm gonna give you one more chance to correct yourself. If you don't, I'm gonna let somebody else try. Okay,
That feels
somebody
about
else.
right.
Yeah, all right. Somebody else is gonna be trying. Not Chan.
I don't know what.
Let's put the half dead guy in charge.
Not Purity either.
I give up.
Kane's on the exterior of the ship, but he can technically take over the flight if
For the
he's
love.
signaled, but you're also going to have to relay that to him, which isn't going to be easy considering he's outside.
And we have 2 fucking psychics in here. Damn right it's gonna be easy.
Alright, Raka, do you want to try flying the ship?
We have
No.
No, okay.
What do we have to roll to try to get Kane's attention?
Well, you have telekinesis. Well, not telekinesis. You have telepathy, so you can just talk to him in his head.
Kane, what's your character's name?
Magna Gooner.
Magna Gooner! Everyone in here doesn't know how to fly this ship. Can you fly the ship?
I know how to fly. It's just I don't have thumbs.
The chicken
I'll
doesn't
do
have
my
hands.
best. But I'm looking at the ground right now.
Well, then get up to the top area and fly the ship. Or come and...
I am stuck to the bottom.
If we stop the ship, can you get in?
Maybe.
You can't. You're in midair in a plane. That's not how that works.
We're not very smart. We're Pokemon.
By the way, Kane, you can interface with the ship from there. It is
I'll give it a shot,
possible.
man.
Okay, so Kane, you're gonna roll me an intelligence check to fly the ship.
All right, let's do this.
Wait, we could have just rolled intelligence?
No, he can roll intelligence because he can take control of the ship and control it at will.
I'm like part computer, so.
Basically, yeah. That was on the no, that was on the side. Reroll it.
Woo! Oh, that's a lot better.
All right, that's a lot better. Okay, so Kane is able to course correct you towards Vermilion City, so you guys are now on the right path. And after about 2 to 3 hours, you guys are finally coming to the area where you're over the city. And it doesn't take very long before an alarm begins blaring from the Murkrow-Jet's control panel. And it says that you have a missile incoming.
Oh,
We should probably stop that.
Fucking,
I agree.
so Blaziken's just gonna just climb out of the fucking thing of the Murkrow jet and just use his shield to bump it all away.
Okay, you're going to try and do that? All right, well, so here's the way this is going to work. If you fail, by the way, the ship is getting blown up and people are going to have to go flying. Or at least the ship may be damaged. So, Cham, this is how this is going to go. You're going to roll me, because it's kind of going to be like a reactionary thing, so roll me a dex check to hit it out of the air.
Oh,
Holy shit, we're gonna die.
Okay, so this
can I do another a dex to like I miss with my fucking shield, but can I
I'll
swipe
allow
it?
you one, but you got to at least beat a 10.
I miss with the shield. I'm gonna. Oh.
Nope. Okay, so this is what happens. So that's gonna do 3d10 damage. 13. Okay, so this is what happens. So the missile flies up, and Cham, as you try and deflect it and it impacts your shield, it detonates. The ship is severely damaged from that explosion, and you are thrown off of the vessel, or thrown off of the plane. So you're in free fall now. Everybody else is inside, except there's also a hole in the side of the jet.
Shit.
Ah.
Oh wait, I can fly. What is my... I can just get out of here.
Jabunda would like to know why everything we fly crashes.
just kind of... It seems to be the chicken's fault.
What? Is that my fault?
To be fair, you're not even in the room to hear this, so...
I know.
The last viewer. So that's just the assumption she's going by.
Okay. Stupid question. Can I use my flamethrower to like propel me in different areas?
Here's what I'll say. If you can roll me a DC 18 saving throw for a flamethrower attack, which would be Dex, I'll let you use it to try and cushion your fall.
That was a 16. God damn it.
Yeah, nope. So here's what happens. So as the Murkrow jet continues on and begins losing altitude after that missile explosion, Cham, you're falling down. You try to use your flame breath to slow you down, but it doesn't really work. Fortunately enough, the plane was flying close enough to the ground where you're probably only going to drop a couple 100 feet. And since you're now a ghost-type Pokemon, that's not going to hurt quite as much since your body's semi-physical. But I'm still gonna say it's gonna do 4d8 worth of damage.
He's going to crash into the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, you can hit. You're probably going to hit some trees and stuff on the way down, but you're eventually going to hit the ground.
I want to be knocked out. I want to be unconscious for this.
I have a really dumb idea.
So wait a minute. Do you want to be unconscious when you hit the ground, or do you want to be
Yeah.
unconscious after you've hit the ground?
After I hit the ground.
I'll say because of how you're hitting the ground, that's probably I was going to
I wanna
probably
be
have you
unconscious.
be at least unconscious or fucked up for a little while.
No, I specifically want to be unconscious.
Okay, you are unconscious. You're just kind of lying there in the middle of the forest after you sort of careened off a few trees. You're not dead, but very painful. Now we're going to go back up to the guys of the ship. So, Kane, the ship is going down, and you have no control over how that's going to necessarily happen. You just have control over where you can steer the thing so that it doesn't, kill everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh, I can just fly. I'm just gonna fly out the hole.
Okay. The Mew flies out the hole and leaves the rest of you to die. She's fine.
I close up my
Can
shell.
Can I look around to see if there's anywhere I can guide him to land? Like
You
anywhere
just left
safe?
the ship.
I'm a flying. I can fly near it.
You're flying next. Yeah, but how fast can you fly?
Muse?
Because you're flying next to a jet.
Yeah, you could just detach
I don't
Yeah, dude,
actually
I'm
know how fast
stuck.
a Mew can fly.
like
I
a
know
missile.
they can keep up with a Mewtwo, and I know they're fairly fast. Oh shit! I wish I had taken the bubble thing. I could have made the. Oh, I can do. Can I do the bubble thing from the movie?
What, isn't that an attack?
Defense curl?
Protect?
Was that what that was? The little bubble that it kept
Oh.
making?
What? No, defense curl is a physical curl up.
Oh.
Protect
No,
is
remember
what-
Mew kept making a bubble around itself.
Or maybe it was barrier.
That ain't gonna protect. You can't do that to the ship.
That's what I was thinking of trying to do. I could
No,
try
you
using
don't have enough
metronome on
power.
the ship, but that might end up worse for everybody.
Do it.
That's completely
be a
up to you.
Do you guys
Metronome.
want me to use it on the ship to see if I can help you
Metronome.
guys?
Do it.
How can you make a ship fall asleep?
Okay, Purity, roll a D1000.
No, I want everyone to be okay with this not Jam. He's not
No,
even on the
do it.
ship.
Do it.
My shell's closed. I don't know what's happening.
He's protected.
All right, so wait a minute, Steven. Are you going to stay on the ship cloistered, or are you going to dive out and cloister and then hit the ground?
I'm in Jebediah's hands, literally.
Okay, fair enough. So you're going to be cloistered. Arch, are
Yep.
you going to dive out of the ship?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Okay, fair enough. So you're going to dive out the
Is there anything I
side.
can do to help you guys out? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Don't worry. Just do the metronome.
You just
All right,
want to
use
see how bad this goes.
All right, use metronome and roll me a D1000. Tell me what you
I
get.
think that's the right one.
You
Did I
can't
roll the
roll
right
a
one?
D. There is no D1000 in this. It has to be a separate one. Hang on.
Okay. Because there is teleport in there.
Alright.
Yeah, but there's also 900 and something different
That's why I'm
techniques that
like,
you have a chance
is this
to roll
going to
from.
go worse or is this going to go better? I'm also a Mew and I'm supposed to be incredibly naive.
All right, there's your D1000 roll.
Okay,
Tell me
thank
what you
you.
get.
To be a
I have that.
Pokemon master is my destiny.
I do have it here. Alright, let me see. What the fuck?
The fuck
What?
what?
Light that burns the sky. Oh! Oh, I don't think I helped. I don't think I helped at all.
You're burning everything.
No. What happened? You had to give me the number.
So that does damage of 200.
What are you talking about?
I
You
just did
didn't
the
tell me
roll.
what you rolled.
Oh, I rolled 723, and I had the list, so I was just looking at the list. I did not help at all. I made shit so much worse if I used that.
Well, you already used it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. I tried.
So what was it? What was the move?
Like,
It is literally light that burns the sky. It's a Z move. I'll put it in Gen chat. Yeah, no, I just fucked everybody's day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I just made life
burns.
worse.
the sky, psychic, burns the sky.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. What have you
Can I
done?
just pretend? Can I just aim it away from them?
Oh God, the power! It's 200
I
power
just
level.
said I made it worse. I might want to, aim a little bit to the left.
No, you aimed it at the fucking
Okay,
thing.
so quick question before I cast this: who the fuck jumped out the ship? The answer is everybody.
Yeah, the only one who's
Okay,
still there.
You use teleportation.
Hey,
Arch-
he's still attached.
All right. Well, hang on a second. Raka is still technically on board as well. He didn't jump out. And also Arch and Steven, you guys both bailed. So here's what I'm gonna say. Raka, I'm gonna give you a chance to get out of there because you got teleport, right?
Yeah.
Fucking
Teleport out of there. Peace.
all right.
Can you
I'm gonna
teleport and take Kane with you?
No, that's not how that works.
No, I don't think he can because he's on the outside of the ship. Kane will find something for you. So Raka, roll me an intelligence check. This is just going to determine like how well of a landing you have.
You done fucked up. Oof.
Oh, you're gonna have a fun landing. All right. So you teleport out, and I'll get to the landings when everybody's going down. So before we do that, we're gonna go to Kane. Kane, what are you gonna do? Because right now you're attached to the ship, and it's about to get hit with a massive as fuck psychic attack.
What the fuck can I do?
You have two options. You can either ride it out or you can drop off.
All right, well then I'm gonna drop off. 'Cause I ain't riding that shit out.
Okay, so all right, so you're gonna drop off, and we'll figure out what happens then. Purity for the damage for this because it's 200. It's gonna be 8d10 plus 10.
Jesus.
So 8d10.
Plus 10.
I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I could help. Apparently, I've just summoned. I guess Jesus was angry at all of you today because I just ended days that shit.
So all right, so here's what happens. So you use your psychic attack on the Murkrow jet, and right before it's about to hit, the very last person who's on board is Professor Oki jumps out with his assault rifle and a parachute on his back, and he's gonna go get to safety. In the meantime, though, the psychic attack hits the Murkrow jet and obliterates the living shit out of it. It explodes into a fireball and rains debris down on the forest below. Now we're going to go in order with the individual people that jumped out in the order that they did. So first it's going to be Arch and Steven. So Arch, are you putting Steven on your stomach and like letting your back hit the ground so that he doesn't take as much of a pounding, or are you gonna just say fuck it and let him fend for himself?
No, that's 100%. I've got Steven like wrapped up. I just want to just like literally rubbing the face, the cloister face, on the nipples as I'm like falling backwards.
Okay, that works. So here's what I'm going to have happen. So you're going to hit the ground first. Now, you guys jumped out first, so you were at a pretty good height. So I'm going to say that's going to be 5d10 worth of damage. All right, that's 19 damage that you're going to inflict, and Steven is not going to take any because of your squishiness. So you're okay. You just kind of plow into the ground, and you kind of bounce a little bit because you're very, chunky. And now we're going to go to the next person that jumped out was Raka, who did his teleport. So you rolled pretty low for the teleport, so I'm going to say you're going to come up on the ground a little high. You're actually going to come up probably about 30 feet off the ground, and you're going to come down. I'm going to say that's going to be 2d10 worth of damage. Alright, so you took 14 damage from your landing, which wasn't as severe. And then the very last one, the second to last one is going to be Kane. Kane, you leapt off of the ship going at full speed, and you are not a very aerodynamic shape. So what I'm going to have you do is there any, because you have the whole magnetism bullshit, do you want to try and roll to slow yourself down? Because you technically still have that, you're just a different shape now.
Might as well.
Alright, then roll me a Constitution save, because it's going to be your magnetism, your electrical magnetism.
Constitution.
Magnetism. Spasm.
I'm calling it right now. Natty 1. Oh, that's not bad.
No, that's an 11. Okay, so yeah, you're able to brace yourself enough where you kind of just come down and plop down on the ground a little bit, and then the final one to come down is Professor Oak after he deploys his parachute. So yeah, all of you guys are on the ground now, and everybody's kind of in the same, roughly in the same general area, except for Cham, who is unconscious. So you guys all form up, but he is not there.
I'm just gonna float down and go, sorry, I wanted to cast something to help. Please don't be mad.
I'll have to get you another damn vehicle. For once, it wasn't the chicken.
Yeah, sorry. Just gonna give like the cutest look possible to try to get out of this one.
You made my Jebediah jump out of a jet.
I tried to cast something to stop the jet. I made it worse. I'm sorry. I'll find him lots of things to eat.
Come here, come here. I'm gonna give you a kiss.
No! I'm trying to fly just out of reach of her.
I open up
Actually,
wide,
what does
ready to
Lovely
go.
Kiss do? I forgot. What does that actually do?
I'm
People sleep.
Oh yeah, fuck you. I ain't coming down.
indeed. So is anybody going to go get Cham, or are you just going to leave him unconscious in the woods?
I could come try to cast a metronome to heal you, Cham.
Teleport him to us.
I'm gonna start heading to look for Cham.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
All right, so you're going to roll me. Let's roll me a d20 luck check.
Oh God.
Oh man! All right.
God.
Found you, Cham.
No.
I'm
All right,
no
so-
eating him.
All right, so as you guys walk through the woods, you kind of come across an area where there's a bunch of like broken tree branches and stuff, and then you look down and you see that there appears to be Colonel Sanders upside down with like the top half of his body like stuck in the ground and his feet sticking up in the air.
I'm gonna float over and poke his foot.
Cham, roll me a Constitution save. That landed on the side. Reroll it.
I'm keeping it.
All right. All right. So he's still unconscious.
I'm just gonna look at Jebediah. I don't think I can pick him up.
Don't worry, I got this. And I'm gonna kneel next to his head.
His head's underground.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna open his mouth.
His head's underground.
Oh, underground. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said on the ground.
No, underground.
Can't you just easily lift him up out of the ground though, because you're so big? And
You
strong?
could, yes.
Oh yeah, then 1,000,000%. I'm gonna fucking drag him out of the ground.
Oh,
Strength
you
check.
should have your girlfriend give him a kiss to make him feel better.
No, you don't understand what he's about to do. I know.
I
That's
know what
why
he's
I
about
kept
to
the roll.
do.
That's why I kept the roll.
That was not a good roll.
We've been down this road before. Yeah, you try to pull him out, but he's stuck in there pretty good.
This one's a bit stuck. We gonna need some help.
Oh, what do we have to roll to? What do I have to roll to try to help?
If you want to use telekinesis to rip him out, roll intelligence.
Okay, thank God. Oh, fuck off! I had a 15.
He's still in there. He's still in there. I can think of a really stupid way to get him out, but that's up to you.
What, he just starts eating the dirt till he gets him?
No. I'll see if you come up with it on your own.
Gonna lean in close.
Around him. Ice beam
What do you want to do, Steven?
No, I was thinking I could hydro pump the dirt around him or ice beam his nuts, see if that gets him to pull himself out.
Okay, which one are you going to do? Are you going to ice beam his groin, or are you going to erode the earth with hydro pump?
No, my nuts.
Let's see. Oh, shit. Can I just do sidekick to lift him up?
Yeah, if you want. Well, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I'm totally going to do that.
All right, roll me an intelligence check.
Do 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 do.
Oh!
All right. So you yank him up out of the dirt using your psychic powers, and he plops down on the ground. Cham, roll me a Constitution save to see if you wake up.
You can heal him, right, baby?
I want to stay knocked out. I just want to let you know.
Okay. That's low enough where it can go either way, so I'll let you stay unconscious. So you got him out of the ground, he's just not awake.
Why is he not waking up?
Wake up! Wake up!
Okay, now I get to enact my plan.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna let Cham sup from the teat of human kindness.
Okay, so you're going to stick it in his mouth. You're going to grab him, you're going to stick your udder in his mouth, and you're going to spray milk in his mouth.
Like a baby. I'm gonna cradle him so I can look him in the eyes.
Roll me a charisma check.
It's a charisma check.
Wisdom.
No, charisma.
Oh, charisma? Okay. I thought you said wisdom.
No,
Nope.
I knew he said charisma.
16. Okay. You are able to accurately mimic the mannerisms of a mother feeding a newborn baby, and you cradle Cham in your arm, his unconscious body in your arms, and you take one of your milk boobs, and do you want to just spray it in his mouth? Do you want to stick it in there? Do you want to do other weird stuff to him? It's up to you. He's unconscious. He can't do shit right now.
I'm gonna milk it into his mouth.
All right, you do that. Milk comes out and goes into his mouth. That is extremely disgusting, by the way, but...
I feel like I need an adult.
So right now, I'm going to do a Constitution check to wake up.
And this would heal him.
Oh, God.
This would heal him to 50%, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I
it
got
would
my
heal-
health. I'm fully healed.
No, it only heals you... Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're fully healed. That
I'm
works.
fully healed.
All right.
So I wake up. I'm like,
I'm just gonna like slowly fly.
terrified.
I'm gonna fly back to the oak with the most blank stare. Not bad on the throwing up sound effects.
Somebody kick him!
Why?
I just grab his face and I stare him in the eyes and I go, "Never forget that I'm inside of you now."
Oh god.
Give him some milk.
Oh man. And I just
Yeah.
got done reading
Yeah,
the Blood
genius.
Meridian.
Okay.
This makes a whole new fucking.
I'm floating back to Professor Oak with this blank look. Professor?
I'm just gonna curl up and shake. I've been violated.
Aren't you glad you let me do this?
He's fucking great. Professor?
Long you are going to.
You broke up.
Yes, what?
Oh.
Yes, what is it?
Can you make me forget awful things?
It's called a lobotomy. I can do it when we get back with an ice pick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need one after what I just saw.
Don't worry, I tried it on Bulbasaurs
milkshake.
already. I hadn't seen any discernible effects, though.
Yeah, they're already retarded. Arceus and I made sure of that.
Yes, but now it's scientifically proven. That was the research that got me put in Scientific Weekly.
You humans are fucked up. So
The other one is that I
it-
found the other one is that I found out that Jinx have an exact humanoid vagina.
Yo, you send me the data on that.
Professor, stop talking or I'm going to use metronome on you.
Confirm.
I knew that bitch was Nicki Minaj.
If you keep talking like that, you little red floating bastard, you're not getting any Dunsparce slippers for Christmas.
Yo, who
Wait,
you calling
Dunsparce?
red?
The fuck
I'm
did
gonna
you
start
do?
crying.
Hang on a second. I want to make sure I pronounce. Yeah. Dudensparce. Sorry, Dudensparce.
Dunsparce.
I mean, Dunsparce sounds better anyway. I don't
Yeah,
care
Dun-
what
I've
it
been
says.
calling it Dunsparce for over 20 years.
It's like those people who say Rayquaza. It just sounds gross.
Yeah. Yes, the Dunsparce actually makes very good slippers. It already starts out the correct shape. You just have to hollow it out and make sure you put in, holes for your little slipper things, like bows and whatnot. Make
Do you
it look
call them
cheery,
Okies?
Huh,
What do you
hold
do
on.
with
a
the
minute.
bones?
Dunsparce were harmed in the making of these slippers. I just want to know. That kind of adds sentimental value.
Look, we turn the Dunsparce into slippers, and we turn the Bellsprouts into spinach edibles.
I mean, neither of those Pokemon are worth anything, so better to be useful.
I also have a series of underground Lickitung sex clubs going in Saffron City. How do you think I fund that enormous building in my backyard that you live in?
Professor, you might
Yeah.
be evil.
Yeah. Yeah, that tongue definitely does work.
Also, if you're ever wondering, Cacturn are hallucinogenic, trust me.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why Arceus won't visit here anymore.
Indeed. By the way, we should probably get over there before everybody gets executed by that electric chair.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot we actually had a mission. Let's get going. It's like Jim's character still just screaming in the background.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's do a roll. We'll see how many people die while we're doing our shenanigans.
It's probably a good idea, actually, yeah, because you've been fucking around for a
I
while.
also
I'm just
kind
gonna...
of used a fucking insane, ability, so somebody got caught in that.
Well, no, you blew up the ship.
Are you telling me that thing wasn't big enough to hit a couple places in between?
Well, you were aiming it at the ship.
True.
Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah. So in the time you guys have been faffing about, Lieutenant Surge has executed another 50 people.
Jesus Christ.
To be fair, it's mostly Officer Jenny's and Nurse Joy's.
So nothing of value
No,
was
not the
lost.
fatties.
So,
Perfect girls for me.
dear God. All right, so are you guys going to now approach Vermilion City now that you've regrouped in the woods?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys approach the city, and you see that most of the buildings appear to be in flames. There are dead bodies of trainers and Officer Jennies, Nurse Joys, random Pokemon. The entire place is just a mess of gore and destruction.
Ooh.
Okay, so now is there like a bottom half of a Nurse Joy or an Officer Jenny lying around?
Uh, I want you to roll me a d20.
There's a base D20.
Okay, you found the lower half, but it doesn't have any legs left.
Even better. Perfect. Stick it on the horn.
Your
Oh, fuck,
throbbing
man.
horn.
You're gonna stick it through the cloister horn you have coming out of your forehead?
Yep.
Okay, how are you skewering it? Are you skewering it through the
Oh,
lengthwise
absolutely.
or back to front?
All right, I'm gonna go, and we're going in through the tail hole so that I've got like a regular human coochie on the face of the
Okay.
pokey coochie.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I understand what you're talking about. All right, so you do that. It's horrifying.
Absolutely.
What is wrong with you?
Many things. You want that alphabetically or chronologically?
You two
Chronologically.
are perfect together.
Okay, so as that happens, Professor Oak goes over to a dead Officer Jenny and flips it over onto its back. He then immediately takes out a knife and digs it into the back of her neck.
Professor, what the fuck are you doing?
You looking for something, Professor?
Well, you see, when I make these clones, it's much easier to just install an optical nerve device to record everything they see on an SD card. And then if I need to get to it, I just have my trusty Rambo knife. I carve a little incision, and then I just have to rip out this SD card from their internal organs.
Girl Sages are going to start sharpening his blade.
Okay, you start doing that. So Professor Oak digs his hand into the Officer Jenny's neck and then proceeds to pull out an SD card, which he cleans off a little bit and then inserts into his little phone device that he carries around. See, look, I can get what her last sight was in HD.
It's all in 4K.
Ooh.
Damn straight it is. If you're not going to go 4K, then don't do it at all. He then shows you his little phone that shows the last images of Nurse Joy. So it appears that at one point she was firing at Lieutenant Surge's forces, and eventually she took several bullets and was taken down. And as she's kind of lying there on the ground, it appears that they were being dragged up and thrown into heaps and then lit on fire.
Very
Sweet.
efficient.
All right, so these are the outskirts of it so far. You haven't gotten into the middle part yet, which is where Lieutenant Surge
Girl
is doing
Sanders
his
is going to start
shenanigans.
walking. Start
You-
sprinting towards the center.
All right, you're just gonna go fucking head on. That's fine. Is anybody gonna follow him, or are you guys gonna take a path that's less bullet riddled?
Whatever Jebediah wants to do.
I say we go sneaky.
Oh, I ain't going to be sneaky. I'm just going to run in.
Jebediah is enormous. Jebediah has a tough time going sneaky.
Well, I can go
Okay.
up in the air and be sneaky. So
I can't be sneaky anymore. I lost that ability.
you can just pretend.
Yeah,
to
you
be
kind of
happy.
did. You're a walking telephone pole.
Yeah.
I look at him and I'm like, I guess we followed the chicken.
Have some milk.
All right, so everybody's just gonna rush into battle. So let's do this. All right, so As you guys run into the center area of Vermilion City, where the town square, like where the Mart and the Poke Center are, which are both horribly destroyed. The Mart has been looted, and the Pokemon Center is currently on fire. As you see, Lieutenant Surge is busy frying people in his electric chair, and he looks over as all of you kind of enter the square. Well, 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 if it isn't a good old Professor Oak. I'm happy somebody finally brought you to me. What the fuck do you want, man? Anybody else want to do anything while he's chit-chatting? Or you want to let the conversation play
Sanders doesn't give a fuck about the talk. He's just running straight at him.
Okay, he's just going to keep going.
Can I,
all right.
I want to survey the area a little bit, see about his forces and everything.
Okay, all right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the quick conversation, and then we'll do the rolls. Jam, this will all happen as you're rushing forward. And I'll stop in the middle when you actually reach him. So Lieutenant Surge just kind of looks at you, or specifically at Oak, and then the rest of the Pokemon. You killed 5,000 people, Oak. The goddamn research you've been doing, all the radiation. It was all your fault. You killed this city. And as this is happening, Cham, you are about to reach him. And as that's about to happen, I want you to roll me a dex save.
Sweet.
1. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Definitely can't complain about that.
How high are you?
Me right now, none.
He's just in one of those moods.
Okay, so this is what happens. So as you're coming up to Lieutenant Surge and his Raichu, which are sitting there, you get basically a truck is thrown at you from the side and then impacts you and slides with you away over to the other side. I'm going to say that's going to do 3d10 damage. Alright, that's going to be 18 damage. It's going to be done to you, and you're going to be knocked aside. And after that happens, a Magnezone comes out. Similar to Kane, except not mutated.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
You like my Magnezone? He pumps mad iron, don't you, little buddy?
Well,
Oh, he looks like a bitch.
he's a Magnezone. He's a steel type. I'm just going to use Flamethrower on his ass. That's a crit.
If you hit.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you don't want to get another one, do you?
And I'm going to say that's gonna happen in a minute after you've recovered from getting hit by a truck. That will. It should be Dex, I believe. So
Yeah, that's correct.
yeah, it'll hit either way. So after you've recovered from that, you pop up off over the side of the truck and you hit the Magnezone with a flamethrower. Roll for damage.
Keep in mind he's fire super effective against.
Yes, it is, which means this will crit.
Ooh.
Oh, and that is doubled, so that's going to be a 72. So you melted that Magnezone into a pile of metal.
And he's just going to keep going forward.
Well, looks like he's a determined little one, ain't he? Oh well. Oak, you will get revenge for what you did. We'll all get revenge. And as that happens, he takes out a Pokeball from his belt. And while this is happening, I'm going to let anybody else make rolls they want to make right now before this happens.
Okay, so I want to let Jet. I'm going to use Hydro Pump, squirting Lieutenant Surge, so that if he fires off an electric attack, the hope is that he'll get electrocuted.
Okay, so you're gonna hit Lieutenant Surge with a hydro pump attack.
Yep.
Okay. Roll for attack.
You have no pluses.
Oh, bummer. Ooh.
Okay, that's not gonna hit. Lieutenant Surge very easily ducks out of the way of that. Purity, you said you wanted to survey the area?
Yeah, I want to see just how big his group is.
How big is Dick? Oh.
Like, see if there might be any hidden enemies around or anything.
Okay, you can do that.
What do I roll for it? Search check?
Well, there's not really whatever search. Yeah, whatever a raw search check would be in this case,
Okay.
or spot technically.
Fuck yeah!
All right, that's a 19. So yeah, you see that there are several other electrical Pokemon that are now starting to come out of the woodwork with a couple of two more trainers that look like they're from the Vermilion City Gym. So you, in addition to the Magnezone that was just taken out, you have Lieutenant Surge himself, who is apparently going to do battle, the two trainers, and, well, mainly their Pokemon as well. And one of them has an Electabuzz, and the other one has, let's see here, what else can I throw in for electric Pokemon? Because some of these are
Jolteon?
improvised a little bit. Huh?
Jolteon?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll use one of them as a. So the Pokemon that are sitting in front of you right now would be well, what remains of the Magnezone, a Jolteon, an Electrode, and an Electabuzz, along with Lieutenant Surge and his two trainers. So you guys can try and take out as many of them as you can before combat is initiated. Steven, you failed your roll already. Sam, you took care of the Magnezone, and Purity, you did a survey, so that still leaves Kane and Arch and Steven, if you guys want. Well, sorry, no, Steven, you failed. Arch and Kane, if you guys want to do something right now.
So the Magnezone's gone then, right?
Yeah, Cham melted it.
Yeah. So is it just Surge then?
No, I just went over this. It's Surge, two Pokemon trainers from his gym, an Electabuzz, an Electabuzz, a Jolteon, and hang on a second, what was the other one I had here? Yeah, an Electabuzz, a Jolteon, and an Electrode.
Damn.
And he's also holding a Pokeball that he's about to release.
I'm gonna target one of the Pokemon trainers.
Alright, you can do that. What attack are you using?
The Wood Hammer!
Alright, roll me to hit. I believe that's a strength check.
It is.
That'll hit. Roll damage. Remember, you
Alright.
take a third of that damage yourself because of how that attack works.
Yeah. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay, so that's 27 damage. You'll take a third of that, which comes out to 9 damage for you. 27 damage to the trainer. Yeah, you squash him. Like you go over, like you basically use your head, like with your elongated neck as a hammer, and you just smash it down on top of him and splatter him all over the ground.
Delicious.
So now there's still Lieutenant Surge, one other trainer, and the remaining Pokemon. So Arch, you also have the ability to do something now before we go into combat.
Yeah. So as soon as I see the Jolteon come up, I look at it, and I'm like, "You're pretty fluffy. I likes me fluffy." And I'm gonna do a Giga Impact. I want to just slide in on her.
Okay, you can do that. Roll me for attack. Okay, that's going to be enough to hit. Roll damage. Oh dear God. Okay, so this is what happens. So, well, actually, how do you want to impact? Is my better question.
Well, if I can, if this is just gonna outright kill it, then I just want to like fucking like Kirby swallow it.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, so he like rushes forward and just like oh.
Just sucks him into this gullet.
Okay. Okay, so this is what happens. So you use the attack and you smash the Jolteon. It kind of like is shocked at how strong it is, and then immediately after that you pick it up, and it's as it's regaining consciousness is when it sees the openness of your maw. You then shove it into your mouth and proceed to slurp it down your throat while it's still alive. You can feel it emitting electrical shocks and trying to scratch its way out of your stomach, but after several minutes, that kind of stops.
Jebediah been here before, and I'm
The
just gonna.
Jolteon is now dead. I don't believe there is anybody else that needs to go. I think everybody else. Oh, Raka, you're the only other one. What do you want to do in this scenario? Do you want to try any attacks on these guys before combat begins? Because this is kind of like an opening turn thing.
Nah, I'm just gonna let combat begin.
Okay. All right. So if that's the case, then everybody's going to have to roll initiative, which in this case is going to be a straight D20.
God damn it.
Oh, damn it. That was a 19.
Dude, these rolls are garbage fucking today.
I know.
I know, dude.
Damn.
Okay, and Lieutenant Surge's forces, for the sake of this, are going to go as a group. Ooh, okay. Well, yeah. Ooh.
Luckily, we're all shit.
Yeah, no, it's a
It
universal
seems that way.
shit today.
Okay, so the first one who's going to be able to go is going to be Purity. She'll be first.
Everyone's
Alright.
just a little hungover.
Just a little bit.
Apparently.
We were all partying from the
Purity-
last mission still.
Purity's going to go first, and then who's the second roll? Well, hang on a second, Arch. Oh, no, that's Kane. Never mind. Oh,
Yeah.
Kane didn't roll yet. Kane, you're actually going to go first. 'Cause you rolled high
Whoa! Let's go!
But before we do that, we got to get combat ordered on. So the next one is going to be so I rolled a 6 for the Surge forces, and who's the second one? Is that Sham or Steven?
On the first one, Steven's the
Okay,
second one.
we're gonna have to. Steven, you and I are gonna have to re-roll to see who goes first. Roll a 14. 18.
Oh.
Okay, so it's gonna be Steven, then Surge. Then we're gonna have to re-roll 2 more again because Arch and Sham, you guys both got 3s, so each of you is gonna re-roll, see who wins.
I got a 4.
Okay, so it's gonna go Arch and then Sham. And the last one on the list is going to be Raka. Okay. All right, so Kane, you're up.
All right. All right. So how many targets do we got? Right, what we're dealing with right now?
Well, you killed one of the trainers,
I put it in the
and
puddle.
yeah, you killed one of the trainers and turned him into mushy, and then Arch ate the Jolteon, so that's gone. So you have Surge, one of the other trainers, an Electrobuzz, an an Electrode.
All right. Well, I'm gonna target the other trainer then. Might as well just knock out 2 for 2.
All right, what are you
That's
gonna
what I
use?
was gonna
Your wood hammer again?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, use your wood hammer.
Imagine if this misses. I don't know. Is that an 11? Does that miss?
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Damn! He got
Unfortunate.
lucky.
So yeah, you missed with that attack. So unfortunately, now it goes down to Purity.
Alright, I'm gonna use Metronome. And it
Alright.
came up with Luster Purge.
Ooh, Lazio's fucking special.
And I'm gonna aim it at the trainer. So that's power of 95.
Yep. So what I'm going to say, hang on a second. Doesn't make. Burst of light. Okay. All right. So basically, this is what's going to happen. You're going to shoot a burst of light into the trainer's face. Say that's going to be 4d8 plus 4.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. That's 9 damage. So you didn't kill him, but you did knock him onto his back. So he's in a prone position for right now. Anyway, he's gonna have to get back up and try and attack whenever his turn comes around. So now it's gonna go down from Purity to Steven.
All right. I'm gonna go full face hugger on Surge with a lovely kiss.
Okay.
I'm gonna like spread wide.
And remind me what. Okay, so you're just gonna jump up and try and just latch onto him. So here's what I'm going to do.
I mean, if it
So
works,
he's going to have to try and go to sleep. So he's going to have to beat out your roll. So in order to do the lovely kiss, what did I say that is? A charisma?
Charisma roll for me, Constitution save for him.
Okay. So he's going to have to beat whatever your roll is. So you can roll for it first. Ooh, okay.
His odds are not looking good.
And a Constitution save for him. So his Constitution, I believe, is also a +3. Yeah, okay, that didn't work out well. So, all right, so you do that, and you aim it directly at Surge, and after a second, his eyes start getting droopy, and his hand starts getting weak. He's holding the Pokeball, and after a second, he falls over and drops the Pokeball on the ground. But that also,
I don't hear anything.
Can you not hear me?
No, it broke up for me. Hold on, let me pop in and pop out. Say something?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I can hear him too.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Okay,
going on
yeah.
with my Discord.
Strange. Okay. Let me start again. So, Steven, you perform your attack on Lieutenant Surge, and his eyes start getting droopy, he starts getting sleepy, and his arm that's holding the Pokeball that he was about to release is getting tired. And after a moment, he falls over onto the ground and passes out, but he drops the Pokeball on the ground, and it opens. Now, as it opens, you see a red, that red energy color shoot out into the sky. And after a second, a massive shape takes form. Storm clouds start gathering around in the sky, and a massive yellow bird shooting electricity out of every part of its body emerges. Zapdos.
Oh no!
Yeah, Zapdos. I don't know why I said
Oh, I
Moltres.
want him.
Fucking Zapdos.
So that was his little ace in the hole, but he's unconscious for right now. But that was Steven, that was your attack. So now it's going to go over to, I believe, the Surge forces. So one of the so the only ones that are left, you have the Electrode, and you have the Electrobuzz, and you're going to have the Zapdos. I'm going to say for right now has summoning sickness because it wasn't supposed to be summoned the way that it was. And Lieutenant Surge is unconscious, so he can't really order it to do anything at the moment. So I'll say that as summoning sickness, basically. And then you have the other trainer who's alive, but not currently standing up. So we'll go with the Electrobuzz and the Electrode first. So the Electrobuzz looks at the Electrode and says, "Are you ready, Hank?" And then the Electrode looks over at him and says, "Ready, Stanley. Send me over." And the electro buzz, I'm going to have it roll a strength check. It's going to throw the electrode at you.
Oh shit.
Yep, okay, and that's a +2. So he is aiming kind of in the middle of your formation, not directly at anybody, but in the general area. So he's going to land it right there, and the electrode is going to use self-destruct. This affects everybody within a 30-foot radius. You will be allowed to roll dex throws to get out of the way. The people that are in range right now are going to be Purity, Steven. Actually, no, sorry. Steven, you're latched onto Lieutenant. You latched onto Lieutenant Surge's face. So you're out of the area. Cham is out of the area because he got hit with the truck at the beginning. And so everybody else is going to be affected by this. And self-destruct is 5d10s worth of damage. Alright, that is 35 damage to everybody that is in that circle. So that includes Arch, Kane, Purity, and Raka.
Wait, the ghost type should
Yeesh.
be immune to it, right?
Well, the explosion... I thought that self-destruct, the ghost types were not immune to that because of the fire.
I don't know.
Assume that it would work, but the other thing is you guys are going to be able to roll dex checks to try and avoid it if you
I
can.
think
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Ghost. So Steven brought up a good idea. We believe in the games they're immune. The ghost types are immune to self-destruct and explosion.
Okay, well then whoever is a ghost type, which I think is only Raka, so you're not going to be harmed by that, but everybody else will be.
Fuck.
So a dex check then?
Yeah, it's going to be a dex check to try and get out of the way.
Yeah, ghost types are immune.
Okay, I can work with that.
Alright, so Kane, you're able to get yourself out of the way. Purity and,
I should be able to just fly. Yeah?
yeah, you can get out of there. Alright, so you guys are able to get out of there in time as the electrode self-destructs and kills itself. Now there's just a smoldering area where it was. So that counted as the electro buzz and the other guy's turn. So the trainer, the last trainer that was there, he gets up and takes out his gun, and he's gonna aim at. He wants to aim at the Mew because the Mew looks like the easiest target. All right, that's gonna be a 15 with his dex. What is your AC, Purity? I'm pretty sure that hits.
My AC is 10.
Yeah, that's gonna hit then. Okay. So he's just using a small arm, so that's gonna be 3d8 plus 6. And then plus 6 is a 9. So that's 19 damage to you that he is able to do on his turn. And that's all for the Surge boys. Now it's going to go to Arch.
Oh, geez.
Be right back.
So, if I'm not mistaken, am I still where like I landed when I ate that Jolteon, or did I eat it and like continue onward?
You didn't say you continued onward, so I'm assuming you were just sitting there letting it gestate and die in your stomach.
Okay, yeah, 1,000,000%. He's just like a fat little rug. Where's Surge as opposed to me?
He's probably about 20 feet in front of you and passed out on the stage because Steven was able to knock him unconscious.
So, I'm gonna start crawling for him. I'm gonna start heading for him. Just
Okay,
like,
you're going to be able to reach him. Are you going to just eat him?
yes, yes. He's like,
okay.
meat.
I'm going to roll his constitution to see if he can wake up before you eat him.
Nat 20, nat 20.
It's a +2, which is a 14. I'm going to say that's probably not going to be enough. Arch, I'm going to have you roll me I'm gonna have you roll me a Constitution save to gobble him up before he has a chance to wake up. You got to beat a 14, otherwise he's gonna wake up before then.
You bitch.
Ooh.
Oh, that was almost a 19.
It was
a
a 19 and a 1.
Okay, so Arch, as you go up, you grab his legs and you're getting ready to like slurp him down your throat like a piece of spaghetti. And he wakes up and plants his military boots right in your face, and he's able to back up and out of the way as you're trying to, gnaw on him.
Just
So-
licking his toes.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You just got like a really nasty taste of like boot taste in your mouth right now. So that was your turn. Now it's going to go down to Cham.
Am I for? So, Blaziken, lore-wise, and like at the Pokedex, he's able to literally scale buildings in his jumps. Will I be able to make a movement check to do a jump so I could land in the proximity of Lieutenant Surge?
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll call it a strength check.
Okay.
Or whatever jumps association is. I can't remember. I believe it's strength. All right, I'll say that's enough where you can wind up in the area.
I want to plant the cannon right in his face.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, all right, you're gonna aim at him with the cannon, so you can do that. So I'm gonna say it's a dex check to hit.
Shit.
That is not going to hit, unfortunately. So you fire the cannon, and Lieutenant Surge easily ducks out of the way.
Damn.
Nice try, Chicken Man.
Baka!
All right.
And I use Destiny Bond.
You already hit that. The
I know,
cannon
I
was your
know.
turn.
I know.
Rock, are you back?
I think he died.
No, he said he would be right back. We're gonna be back in a second.
20 years later.
Indeed. Oh God. Why did you post the Yancha meme?
Because that's what happened to Colonel Sanders when he fucked up his dex rolls.
Yeah, that's true.
What is it? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Margaritaville. Raka.
Come on back, Rocco.
He'll be back in a minute. If he's not back in a few minutes, we'll just skip over him for this turn.
Sorry. Sorry, has two. That. No, no, she's a girl.
I can't believe we've all been getting shit rolls today.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, no, apparently we're all getting that today. We're all seeing how you feel.
You guys know it's a National Cream Pie or FBI Agent Day?
Yeah, I did know that, unfortunately. I don't know who invented this.
What is she? Is she coming?
So apparently they're coming out with a new Star Wars game.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks like an XCOM ripoff.
Yeah.
XCOM Star Wars. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought XCOM sucked ass.
You go to hell.
I mean, I'm already there.
You
Did
gonna
he
have
say
to
F on
die.
his ass?
Okay, that works.
You butthole.
All right. So I think we'll move on for right now. When Rocket comes back in, we'll just lump him back in wherever. Kane, it's your turn.
All right, so the electrode exploded itself.
Yeah, it exploded itself. The Electrobuzz is still alive. The Zapdos has been freed. It hasn't attacked yet because it's kind of there's really not much going on. Lieutenant Surge is back up again, and he successfully avoided getting eaten and getting shot in the face with a cannon. And there's one more trainer who's left as well. He has a gun.
All right, well, I'm gonna target Surge then.
All right, you're going after Lieutenant Surge. What are you using?
I'm gonna use Woodhammer again.
Okay, go for it. Keep rolling. Keep rolling
Yeah.
with that hammer.
Hopefully, I can actually get him this time instead of the other guy. Oh yeah, that should hit.
All right, that'll hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up. Oh yeah.
All right, that's 30 damage. Again, you take a third of that, so you'll take 10 damage. So this is what happens. So you run up as Lieutenant Surge has just finished dodging Cham's cannon fire, and you use the Woodhammer attack again, similar to what you did with the previous trainer. You come down and you hit Lieutenant Surge in the lower back and in the legs. You have successfully crippled him by shattering his legs and breaking his pelvis. Oh, oh God, it hurts.
How's it feel, bitch? I'm just gonna start Fortnite dancing off.
I don't even know if you can Fortnite dance in that form, but you're gonna try.
At least I have legs now.
Roll charisma.
I could do this.
He's got like legs, and he can like clap the tips of his magnets together. Oh no, he can't because they would be forcing each other away.
Yeah, dude, that's a pretty good one.
All right. You're able to cut a nice little jig. It's not terrible, and it's definitely demeaning to him. Also, Rocky, you're back.
For now.
Okay. Well, you want to do your turn now then, and then we can we'll just skip ahead in the order right back to after Kane, because we skipped over you while we were gone.
Yeah. All right. So what's the types
so
of
you
these
still
things?
have, huh?
What are the types?
That you're fighting mostly electric.
Okay.
Also, by the way, just to note, at this point in the battle, the Raichu had retreated inside the gym. So that is not outside right now. Everything else is, but the Raichu booked it inside for some reason.
Oh, I'm gonna go follow the Raichu. I'm gonna float.
All right, so you're going to
Grinning.
disengage and you're going to go follow the Raichu. So we're going to say that you're out of combat for the minute. If you come back in, you'll just go back into the same position. So that works. So yeah, you're gonna go and follow wherever the Raichu went. So that means we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to Purity. You are muted, by the way.
I'm gonna kill that fucking trainer.
Okay.
Fucking trainer.
Let me roll metronome.
Oh dear. Okay.
This is probably gonna go terribly. 532. Horn Leech. Alright, this is... Okay. That's a weird one.
To do.
It's a damage-dealing grass move introduced prior. This was a signature of Sawbuck. So it does 75 damage. And it restores my 50% of my HP that I leech off of it.
It sounds like you're dying,
Okay.
Mike.
Okay. So you deal damage and then you gain 50% of that
Yeah.
damage to 70 if it hits. What? because you roll. Well, you rolled the attack, so you should be fine. Or actually, no. Sorry, I'm an idiot. You do have to roll for attack. The metronome just picks the attack.
Yeah. So what am I rolling? Okay, let me see.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be a dex check.
Oh, no, you had intelligence. I just checked.
For what?
It says for it says for metronome attacks use intelligence.
All right, then fuck it. All right, that'll hit.
Okay.
So 3d8 plus 5.
$15.
Okay, so yeah, that trainer had already taken 9 damage before from Kane, and then he got back up, but he's taken another 15 damage from you, and you just basically shoot a beam of light at him that passes through his chest and immediately kills him.
Get fucked, human.
Whatever's left of his body just kind of falls over on the ground in a heap. Now it's going to go to Steven.
All right. I hope Surge is ready for round 2.
I think he's dead.
Surge has been crippled.
Yeah, I smashed his legs.
Yeah, Kane broke his legs and his back. He's at least a paraplegic now.
All right, cool. He's getting another lovely kiss that he can't resist.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. At this point, I'm not going to make you roll because he really doesn't have that much willpower left, so you put him to sleep.
You hear less than gentle suckling sounds.
You've taken a thin layer of skin off of his face.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that, and you put him to sleep again. But this time, because the Zapdos came out on the previous turn, now the Zapdos is going to be able to go as well, because Steven, that ended your turn. So the Zapdos, the Electrobuzz, and I think that's literally it. I think everybody else over there is dead, because you killed both the trainers, the Jolteon got eaten, the Electrode exploded, and Lieutenant Surge has been crippled. So that's what's happening there. So the Zapdos gets 2 attacks per turn, and it's going to wind up going first. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to use its Zap Cannon, and it's going to use its Zap Cannon on, and that's going to be Dexterity. Ooh, that's not going to hit. All right, so that first attack is going to miss horribly. And then we're going to use the second attack, which is going to be another Zap Cannon attack. This time he's going to aim at a bigger target. He wants to aim at Arch because he's a fat mess. And Arch is also flashing his nipples. And apparently he can't hit the broadside of a barn, so fuck him. Electrobuzz is going to use Thunder Punch. Fuck, none of them can hit anything. His Thunder Punch fizzles out horribly. Lieutenant Surge is unconscious, so he can't do shit. Now it's going to go to Arch.
I'm gonna eat this motherfucker.
You can eat him now. There's really nothing stopping you now. His legs are all broken, and his back, and he's unconscious.
Jesus. What's the Zapdos doing right now?
The Zapdos is hovering above you, and it was firing its Zap Cannon at different people, but it missed both times.
Fuck, I'm looking at my sheet, and I really don't have much that I can do here.
I'm back. What happened?
Are you going to spray milk at it?
I can actually hit the Zapdos pretty hard with an Ice Beam.
I don't have an Ice Beam anymore. I'm just gonna go through the amnesia. I'm gonna up my my AC and drop my
Okay,
intelligence.
so we already explained how this works. So when you use him, usually you get an automatic +3 to your AC, but you lose 3 AC. You lose 3 in your intelligence.
Yep, that brings me down
So
to 7.
so your intelligence is now a 7. So you're like functioning retarded at the moment.
Gumping it.
So you do that, and also your ability to drool has somehow managed to increase itself, which most people didn't think was possible, but it happened. So yeah, there's just like a waterfall coming out of the lower part of your mouth right now. Also, are you eating, Lieutenant Surge? Now,
Yeah,
or
$1,000,000%.
are you waiting until afterwards?
I'm me and want ice cream. Me eat them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You slurp down Lieutenant Surge. He's unconscious. I'm not going to roll Constitution because he's already really fucked up, and he's been knocked out twice. So yeah, you swallow him, and he eventually suffocates inside your stomach.
That's what we wanted.
Indeed. So now that's happened.
It goes to me.
Yes, it goes to you.
Let's try to catch the Zapdos.
I'm gonna pick up Lieutenant Surge's Pokeball and just return Zapdos to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm going to have happen. So you're going to have to roll me a dex to go grab it.
Okay. Use.
Ooh. All right. So Jam, as you unfortunately go to grab it, you realize all too late that your hand is still a sword, and you accidentally cut it in half.
God damn it.
Jam, why?
Sometimes you make my job easy. Thank you for that.
Why, Jam? Why? Now I have to work for it.
To be fair, you couldn't have even picked it up anyway because you don't have hands.
I have.
I know, that's
I
the
have
funny
hands.
part.
You do, yeah, but he doesn't. All right, so you can
could've
choose to do
scooped it up
something
with
else
the
now. I'll count that as a movement action.
He's gonna make fuck. He's gonna look at the Zapdos. He's gonna use Destiny Bond.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, so that is when you faint.
Yeah.
It will. Okay, so we won't have. So just make sure you mark down that you have that, and if and when that situation comes up, then we'll do the rolls.
All right. And I'm gonna make
all right.
myself seem like a bigger try like intimidate him to make it look to get his aggro.
Okay,
Like,
so you want to
look.
try and get his aggro. Roll me a charisma check.
Do it! Kill me! Do it now! Do it! I'm here! I'm right here! Oh,
Okay, I'll say that's enough to get his attention.
you bitch!
That was so close
Oh,
to a one.
motherfucker!
Caw, motherfucker! Caw! I'm right here!
Chicken attack.
I'll shock you!
Piece of shit car.
Indeed. All right, we're gonna go to Rocka now because Rocka chose to follow the Raichu into the gym.
That was Jolteon.
Since you're
Jolteon was eating.
Jolteon got eaten by Arch. So all right, so here's what happens. So Rocka, since you're a ghost, you can pass through the wall without dealing with a whole lot. So as you pass into the gym, you see that there's a large electrical generator, and actually several of them, and they're all hooked up to the Raichu. Now, the Raichu has easily grown to a size where it's getting close to popping out of the roof of the gym. It's been so supercharged with electricity that it's begun to expand.
He's Gigantamaxing.
Yep. So this is what you walk into.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. I'm not going to make you aim because it's literally the size of a building. Roll damage.
Just gonna mag dump these Glocks into him.
Yep,
Both
roll
these
damage.
blickies.
Fucking tosses spoons, grabs the blickies.
What the fuck are blinkies?
Guns.
They were 2d10 plus 5 each.
It's hood speak for guns.
Okay, so that's 29 damage. So yeah, you empty the mags into the side of the Raichu, and it doesn't really seem to affect it all that much in terms of like, it doesn't really acknowledge you all that much. It just keeps feeding on electricity, but you see that there are like little electrical jolts that are coming out of the holes that's in its side along with blood. So the electricity is like so much that it's actually built up like underneath its skin and inside of its body. And
Well, that's lame.
it's also getting really, really, really gross looking. And it's like,
Oh my god, are we doing a freaking Akira?
right here. All right, so as that's happening, we're gonna go back outside, and Kane, it is your turn again. You still have the Electro Buzz.
Is he breaking up for anybody else?
He
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He is
I
now.
didn't even hear him. Kane, you there?
Oh no, we're talking about
No,
you,
we're
dog.
talking to you.
What?
Yeah, we're talking about
You've
you.
been breaking up all
Mike.
night.
I wish somebody had told me that sooner.
I
Well,
thought it was
you
me
just
for
now.
a while.
And it's been a while since it did it.
Yeah, it doesn't do it all the time, but it's definitely been doing it. But on unrelated note, I'm gonna attack the Electabuzz then.
Okay, you're gonna go for him. All right, what are you gonna use? The hammer thing again?
Oh yeah. If it ain't
All
broke,
right.
we'll fix it.
Okay, roll.
Except when I miss.
Yeah, I know you missed horribly. All right, so because you rolled a nat one, as you bring your head down, the Electro Buzz brings its fist up with a thunder punch, and it's actually going to smack you away. It's going to do 3d10 damage.
All right. Awesome.
All right, that's 11 damage, and you're smacked away from it.
All right. Well, somebody else get it. I did my best.
All right, Purity, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna use hypnosis on it. I
On
wanna
what?
try
The
to put it to
Zapdos or
safety.
the Electro Buzz?
No, the Zapdos.
All right.
Dose.
So remember correctly, the Zapdos has to beat your roll.
Mm.
All right, that's a 20, and I believe that is an intelligence roll
Yes.
that it has to beat. All right, so Zapdos gets a +5, so we'll see what it gets here. Oh, okay, so that's not going to work. So you begin your hypnosis, and the Zapdos starts, its wings stop flapping at such a rapid rate, and it descends to the ground and kind of lands, and its head is kind of like drooping, like it's not quite asleep, but it's getting there. It's very, very lethargic.
Can I throw my Pokeball at it, or should I wait? Actually, no. You guys can weaken it.
If you want to throw your Pokeball at it, that's up to you.
I'll wait until it's a little weaker.
Okay, Steven, it's your turn.
I'm gonna ice beam the chicken.
Okay, Ice Beam the chicken.
And that should be a crit.
Dex roll.
Yep. Yes, I believe it is.
How the hell am I a cloister with no arms with a +3 dex modifier?
It's a very good question. That is not going to be enough, unfortunately. Oh, actually, no, sorry. He has to beat the... No, he doesn't have to beat it. Yeah, no, that's going to miss, unfortunately. So, yeah, he just kind of yawns, and the Ice Beam goes right in front of his face before he comes back down.
Chicken attack.
Alright, it is now the Surgeite's turn, which is just boiled down basically to the Electro Buzz and the Zapdos. So the Zapdos is going to have to, before it does anything, it's going to have to roll a Constitution save to make sure it stays awake to attack.
Oh.
Nat 20, that thing is up and ready to go, and it still has 2 full attacks. So it's going to. So let's see what we have here. This time it's going to use a Thunder attack, and it's going to use a Thunder attack specifically on Arch. Oh God! It rolled a Jesus Christ. Jesus.
The duality of man, right there.
So the Thunder attack comes down, and every single bolt misses him. Somehow, every single one just misses him. The Zapdos' pride is damaged heavily. It's going to try a Zap Cannon attack on him now, for the love of God.
I offer him.
Oh, thank God! It finally hit. 40-10 plus 5. And plus 5, that's 31 damage to you, Arch, from the Zapdos.
That's starting to. This it's a good thing I can heal myself because it's starting to look rough.
It can happen. And now the Electro Buzz as well. So the Electro Buzz has seen what happened to Kane before, and he's gonna keep going with the job. So he's going to do another Thunder Punch to your face if he can hit you.
Time to bring it on.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. So that does 4d8 plus 5. All right, that's going to be 28 damage, Kane.
That's a nice chunk.
And that's all the Surge Boys for right now. Arch, it's now your turn again after just getting hit with that Zap Cannon.
I look around. Is there any way that I can get like a straight run at the Zapdos?
Well, it's sitting, even though it woke up, it's still standing on the ground from when it floated down. It hasn't gone back up in the air again, so you can reach it.
Oh fuck yeah! Then Giga Impact.
All right, roll it for attack. All right, that's going to be enough to hit. Oh. Alright. So that's 41 damage to the face of the Zapdos. So, you're just doing a full body slam right into it?
Yeah, I'm just like fucking full send.
Alright, so you get a running start, and you launch yourself into the air towards the Zapdos and impact its side. You smash into it and crash it into the ground, and it skids to a stop behind the area where it was standing. So you've done a lot of damage to him. He is not doing great at the moment.
Perfect.
And now it is going to go to Cham again.
I'm gonna do another fucking leap.
Okay. Roll me a strength check. Okay, that's good enough. You're able to leap to where the Zapdos is, or are you attacking the Electrobuzz?
No, I'm in the air. I'm going for the Zapdos neck.
No.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use Sacred Sword.
Okay, roll for attack. You're going. If it hits, it will automatically crit regardless because of the momentum. Oh!
Is that gonna quadruple?
It'll crit twice.
All right.
It'll crit twice. Actually, technically, it'll quit 3 times.
I'm not getting this one.
So it technically will crit 3 times. You rolled the nat 20, which is a crit. I said you were going to get a crit regardless of if you hit it, as long as you hit it because of the momentum from the jump. And it's a targeted attack, so that technically also makes a crit. So that's 13 times 2, which is 26, times 2 again,
Yeah.
which is 52, and then times 2 a third time, which is 104 damage. So you fly up into the sky and you come down and plant your sword directly into the Zapdos's neck, and it shoots out the other side and into the ground. The Zapdos, you've severed its jugular. It begins coughing up massive amounts of blood. It's very quickly bleeding out, and it will be dead very soon. If you want to, if anybody wants to do a coup de grace, you're welcome to, or if Arts wants to eat it.
I'm gonna let Arch eat it.
I'm gonna start prepping the walk.
Okay, you start heating up the walk.
Took him on the spot.
Yeah.
Also, Rocket, do you want to relay the message of what's happening inside the gymnasium right now, or are you just going to let that go?
I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay. So, you guys are going to cook and eat the Zapdos. As that's happening, you hear a sound coming from over in the gymnasium, and the Raichu erupts from the top of the roof. It is now the size of about a 4 to 5 story building. And it appears to be now walking through the remains of Vermilion City, going north.
The other guys got it. I'm too busy trying to cook everyone's meal.
Okay, does anybody else want to do anything while this is happening? Or you just want to try and defer to Professor Oak?
I'm gonna try and make an ice beam spike where his foot is about to land.
Okay, roll
I'm gonna have to
me.
know.
Where'd you
Okay,
go?
so first, Steven, if you want to try and put spikes down where it's going to land, I'll say that's just like a I'll say that's a intelligence roll.
Ice beam was a dex.
Ice beam is a dex, yeah, but I'm thinking about what he's using it for.
Okay.
Fuck it,
Okay.
yeah, fuck it, just use the dex. Yeah, no, you missed. You missed.
I think this is the most nat ones we've ever seen in any session.
Did I
would be inclined to agree with you.
did I like hit a innocent officer Jenny or Nurse Joy?
Just
Yeah, so what happens is you try to make the spike come out underneath his foot, and you accidentally miss and skewer an unfortunate Officer Jenny who was in hiding.
Am I wearing a Nurse Joy or a Jenny?
I believe you asked for I believe you asked for an Officer Jenny.
Yeah, you're looking
Okay, cool. So one more and I've got a hat trick.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You'll probably be able to find some. So Purity, you want to use metronome? Roll the D1000. Tell me. So what'd you get?
Shattered Psyche, 648. So let me send it to you. Shattered Psyche, it's a power and whether it's special. What the fuck does it do? Damage dealing. Psychic type Z move. That's my second Z move tonight. Cannot be selected in battle. What the fuck does it do then?
Oh, because it's a it evolves from. It looks like it evolves from another move.
Should I just roll again?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 925. Let me see. 925. Nope, that doesn't work. 101. Nightshade. So it does damage equal to user's level.
All right, what do you get this time?
I got Nightshade. It says, alright, it's a ghost move. Damage dealing ghost move. Nightshade inflicts damage equal to the user's level.
Oh, yeah, I know Nightshade. Yeah, okay, I know Nightshade. Because you're basically considered to be max level, I'm going to say that the Nightshade does 4d10 plus 5.
$37.
That's 5d10 plus 5, but you can minus off the lowest one of those d10s, so we'll call it 35 damage. All right, so, and you're directing this at...
The Raichu, it's the only one left, isn't it?
Right,
I like
okay.
the bus still there.
That thing's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, we're gonna get to that in a second. Alright, so you use Nightshade on the Raichu and blast a hole in its side, and after the attack happens, again, just electricity is just flowing out of the Raichu like it's a giant magical battery.
I don't think they're supposed to act
Tesla
like
coil.
that.
It's like a
And
Tesla coil.
and Cham, so you rolled a 21. So the Zapdos was still in the process of bleeding out when you used the Pokeball. I'm going to roll for it at severe disadvantage. If it rolls above a 10, it will break free, but it's getting a -5 to the roll. So chances are it probably won't. Yeah, that would technically be a 0. You got it.
Zap dead.
So you have now caught the Zapdos in the Pokeball.
Woo!
Sweet, I'm gonna pocket it.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, so now that that's happened, Oak kind of looks out at the Raichu and he's realized kind of what's been happening. I understand now. They overloaded the Raichu with electricity to turn it into a ticking time bomb. And they're sending it off over to Celadon City. It must be going for the nearest supply of electrical-based things. There's a supercharger over there and all the Thunderstones at the mart. It's going to destroy that entire city if we can't stop it.
Oh no.
So he was pissed off about his city being destroyed, but he's going to destroy another city? Dick.
It was his ultimate ace in the hole. Just like during the war days.
I can't Shuma? Jesus. Can I find a Pokemart real quick?
There is a Pokemart. It's been heavily looted.
Poke Center. Not Pokemart. Poke Center.
The Pokemon Center is on fire.
Hey, I'm a fire type anyways.
That's fair.
More like bitch type.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna put the Pokeball in the machine to heal it.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna roll to see if the machine is usable.
Okay.
All right, I'll count it. That's a 14. All right, the machine is usable, so yeah, you're able to heal the Zapdos. Yep. So now you have a healed Zapdos.
I'm gonna unleash the Zapdos. I'm gonna ride it towards Raichu.
Okay. Before you do that, I'm going to give this to you because you're gonna need you might need to know some of these stats.
Okay.
I just have these written down offhand. Keep in mind, you guys actually came very close to killing it.
Well, a sword through the neck tends to do that.
Okay.
He's a fair point, senor.
All right. So you're going to ride the Zapdos into battle.
Yep.
Is anybody going to hop on with him?
I'm a Jebediah.
Jebediah is not hopping on that thing. He would probably crush it.
Quick, find a motorbike. Right.
It's
bitch.
also a little bit apprehensive of him after the pimp smacking to the face.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, I don't blame that one.
Fiery chicken man.
Chicken attack.
Yeah, so
That's
what is
That's
it?
enough out of you. I don't like show tunes.
All right, Oak. What is it? You calling my name?
Look, we have to blow as many holes in that Raichu as possible. What you've been
Shit.
doing has been helpful, but it's not quite enough. It's leaking electricity, but it's not losing it fast enough. At this rate, it'll reach Celadon City and reach critical mass. The devastation will be total and complete.
Say no more. I'm gonna ride up to it. I'm gonna poke as much holes as I can with my stabby stab.
It'll be just like the Orange Islands after the last war when they did the nuclear testing.
It's kind of like a track meet.
Track made of meat? I already thought of that. Smells too much.
Make a muck pancake.
That
We
sounds
already use it
nasty.
for we already use it for sex jelly.
Exactly. Multi-purpose.
So just create more holes. I'm just gonna start riding towards them.
All
Towards,
right, is everybody else gonna do this as well, or are you gonna? Is anybody gonna stay back and try and investigate shit around Vermilion City? What's left of it?
Fuck it, we can always loot. I'm gonna go loot.
All right, you're gonna go loot.
I'll go with Jim.
Arch, and okay, you're gonna go with Cham. So you're gonna. Kane, I want you to give me an intelligence check to see if you can fly, or actually a constitution save to see if you can use your magnetism to fly, even when you're fucking tree state.
it's just
He's
Flying
20
no
feet
tree.
tall.
he's a missile.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not flying, so it's going to be kind of slow going for you. You'll catch up eventually, but it'll take a little while.
It's
Rocker, are
fine.
you going to follow them, or are you going to loot shit in the town?
I'm gonna follow them. I don't need none of that shit.
All right,
get
so
what I
you're gonna go in ghost form. Are you going to hop on the back of the Zapdos, or you're just going to run?
I'm just gonna run.
All right, you're
I'm a
going to run.
ghost. I can fly.
That's true. You can. All right. So you three are going there, and Arch, Steven, and Purity, you guys are going to go loot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the people looting first, and then we're going to do the attack on the Raichu. So everybody's going to roll treasure checks. So everybody just roll a raw d20. No additions, and we'll see what you get.
Mm.
Oh.
That is hungry.
Jesus.
Okay. So this is what happens. So Purity, you rolled an 8, so you found a potion.
I'm good with that.
Steven, you rolled a 12. So what you found was a full revive. Or full restore. And then Arch, because you rolled a 19, you found 3 Pokeballs. That all have something in them.
I look at them. I consider eating them for a moment. And then I remember the last time this happened, Mew punched me. So I was like, hey, kitty cat,
Fly
I
over.
found these here balls. And I hand them out to her.
Thank you. I'm going
Alright.
to release so I can see what's in them.
Roll me 3 d20s.
Okay. Oh, whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Wrong one.
Alright, so we got a 12, an 8, and a 10. So the 12 is a Weepin' Bell. The 8 is a Cancuna. And the 10 is... should we make it something weird and fucked up? The 10 is a Lickitung.
Oh, yeah.
Any of these you want to eat?
No, but I think I just found my third wheel.
I'm going to give him the Lickitung ball. This one's all yours.
You okay? You give him the ball that contains the Lickitung. The Lickitung looks over at you. What happened to my trainer?
He sold you to us.
Again.
Don't worry, you're gonna have fun with us.
Yay!
Professor Oak comes over. Yes, we can have our Lickitung sex clubs, just like I have in Saffron City.
Oh Lord.
Look, they bring in good money. Don't you look at me like that.
I'm gonna put the
All
other
right.
two back in their balls. Keep them safe.
Okay, you put the other two back in their balls. Now we're going to go to the team that's going after the Raichu. So everybody's going to attack. Cham, you also have the Zapdos, which has a separate attack from yourself. So everybody can roll to attack. This is just going to be like, this is basically going to be a war of attrition right now to try and get this thing to basically implode. So whatever you can do, the better.
So, Zapdos has 2 attacks, right?
Yep, it has 2 attacks.
So I'm gonna have Zapdos shoot Zap Cannon twice.
Okay. Because of the size of the Raichu at this point, I'm not really going to make you roll to aim. It's more just going to be how much damage can you do.
Mm.
So everybody can pick their attack and just tell me what it is, and then roll your damage. Okay, so those are both of the Zap Cannon attacks, so that comes out to 40 damage. So yeah, you blow a couple of massive holes in the thing, but the other thing is that as soon as the Zap Cannons start going, and that's your personal attack.
Yeah, that's my personal attack.
Okay, so you're stabbing the living shit out of it with your
Yeah, that's
sword
what I'm doing.
as the Zapdos is pounding it full of holes. However, the Zap Cannon attack seems to also be charging it up because it's also made of electricity.
What if I could cause it to charge up even more and preemptively?
Well, it's not too far away from that, but you might want to make sure you're out of the area when it actually detonates.
Okay. I'll do it one more time after everyone else, and I'll roll a investigation check.
Okay, so on your next turn, we'll do the investigation
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
So since you went in first, I'm going to leave you there in the combat order, and then we're going to go down to Raka. What are you going to do? Because right now this thing is just marching forward and just destroying the landscape as it goes. It's like a gelatinous Raichu balloon of death.
Shoot it.
Okay. Dead, Jim. Okay. In that case, we'll go to Purity. What are you going to do with it? Oh no, sorry. You're back in place. Kane.
Hello.
What are you going to do? Are you going to try and use your log jam thing?
Nah, I'm gonna use fucking. I'm gonna use synthesis. I need to heal up.
How much health does that give you?
Let's see. It's gonna be a Constitution roll, and it heals 4d8.
Okay, then do the Constitution roll.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a pass. So you heal that much. Roll it.
Nice.
All right, so you got 20 health back. So you're doing all right. You're running a bit better now, so you're keeping up with everything.
Yeah.
Rock, are you back? I think he's dead, Jim.
Oh no.
All right, then, Kane, what I'll do is I'm going to allow you to attack while we're waiting for Raka.
Zap cannon.
Okay, you can use the Zap Cannon. Roll. So you're going to roll damage instead of just... Shoot, but you're going to roll damage instead of an attack roll because this thing's like the size of a house, so it's not like a massive building, so it's not like you're going to miss it. All right, that's 31 damage. So you're pumping that thing full of electricity. He's starting to get electricity starting to come out of his orifices now. It's starting to come out of his eyes, his ears, his butt, his mouth, his nose. There's just lightning bolts shooting out of different parts of his body, and also all the orifices that have been blown in him by different projectiles going through his body.
Nice. It's kinky.
Rocky, you there or no?
He's dead, Jim.
Apparently he is. If you are actually here, you might be muted. I don't know, but whatever. All right, we're gonna go back down around to Cham again. And Cham, you want to try and blow this thing up?
I'm gonna hit him twice with thunder.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That means you're just rolling straight damage, so you can just roll me thunder twice. 29 and 30, so that's a total of 59 more damage and more electricity charging this thing up. You can tell that its superstructure has become charged now. You can see its skeleton beginning to glow. It's developed a yellowish aura around it. And there are serious lightning bolts shooting from almost every part of its body. It's not going to take that much more to get it. Kane, do you want to be the straw that breaks the camel's back?
But I'm gonna on my I'm gonna start flying away. I have the Zapdos fly away.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna skedaddle while Kane is doing this. So Kane,
Yeah.
you can roll for the attack, and then you're going to get a turn to see if you can outrun the explosion.
All right. Well, no time like the present. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. That's plenty. So that's 41. So yeah, you have now charged that thing up. So what you're gonna have to do now is you're gonna have to roll a dex save to run the fuck away.
Dex.
Kick it attack.
What is my dex? Oh, okay. Not the best, but we can work with that. And if I die, I die.
You will die a hero at least.
I don't need to be a hero.
Okay, So Kane, you waddle your ass out of there as the Raichu begins to slowly implode in on itself. Since Rocka's not affected by explosions, I'm just gonna say he's just gonna sit there and watch for shits and giggles.
Shit, I'm not either.
Well, yeah, but the Zapdos does. So yeah, Cham, you and the Zapdos are well out of range of the Raichu, and Kane, you're able to get out of range, although the Shockwave does knock you over. But the Raichu erupts into a mushroom cloud that spreads out over the forests and the areas that are in between Vermilion City and Celadon City. And there's just a huge, massive crater in the ground now there, and the trees are entirely blown over. You guys that are still back in Vermilion City can hear the explosion and see the mushroom cloud rising into the sky.
I'm gonna hold out my thumb like the Vault Boy.
Yeah, I said you just stuck around and watched because explosions don't affect you.
Yeah, I'm a ghost.
Exactly. So yeah, the Raichu is now dead, and everybody else is dead. And after a little while, you guys arrive back in Vermilion City. Now that things are dying down, some more Officer Jennies have shown up to arrest any of the living Pokemon trainers that are still trying to resist, and to try and clean up all the other dead Officer Jennies and Nurse Joys, and put out the fire at the Pokemon Center.
What is the psychological impact that's having on the officers and the nurses?
No, it doesn't matter. They're all expendable. They have the brains. They have brains the size of tangerines. So as you guys are back in Vermilion City, Professor Oak gathers you all together. Well, maybe I should be honest with you about why Lieutenant Surge was angry. It didn't cross my mind earlier. You see, when I was doing research for the fusion project that you are all very much benefiting from right now, I might add, we did research on the SSN. Very nuclear research. Research that involved possible contaminations. And unfortunately, I lost a radioactive Gary clone inside of her. He found his way into the drinking water somehow, and everybody on board died, and we decided that we were just simply going to sink the SS Anne in the Vermilion Harbor, and that didn't work out well because then the radiation spread everywhere else, and one thing led to another, and now we can't have people here for the next 4,000 years.
You're really fucking evil, Professor. I applaud it.
Look, every single
knew it.
one of those passengers signed a waiver that said if they were subject to radioactive experimentation, they could not sue us.
I fucking knew it. I called it. I said at the very fucking beginning before we left off that you had
can't
something to do with this. I
call
fucking called
shit.
it.
You don't have any hands. Who
I
are you gonna
called.
call?
If something
I
bad
called it.
happens, it's always Professor Oak. Why have none of you figured that out?
I don't have
Really?
ears.
Wait, are none of you guys helping him setting this shit up, or am I the only one doing it?
We'll
You're
just
helping him?
shuffle away.
I mean, who the fuck is gonna question a Mew? Most people just watch me be cute while he does things.
So you're an accomplice.
Eh. Arceus just finds humans annoying as it is. He told me to take care of them.
God damn it.
Well, on that note, I say we go to Cinnabar Island and get ourselves some whores. What do you say?
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wait, we blew up the ship. God damn it, now I have to build a new thing.
He's just gonna arrive, fucking Zapdos, and leave everyone away. Fucking there.
Oh yeah,
gonna
I
shoot
can
him with
fly.
that cannon.
That's right. Fuck all of you.
And we crank the Magnezone's tail up, and then he just walks across the ocean with us sitting on his head.
Yeah, dude. I extend my head to a bridge.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's what happens, and you guys are going to Cinnabar Island to get some whores. And that's the end of session 4.
I'm gonna
Next time
float
you'll-
over to Cinnabar Island like I'm Dulcim,
Mhm.
but I keep the grin.
Not fucking Dulcim. Fuck those elephants, bro. They always distract me.
Yoga Flame.
Yoga Flame. On that note, I'm heading out.
Yep.
We'll
Well,
see y'all
that-
next
that's the
time.
end.
Bye, guys.
I got
Yeah.
some